What y'all been listening to as of late? I mean, what y'all listen to like any new albums or any new shit?
I fuck with that Nas joint.
I'm the worst nigga to ask that question.
I know, right? I should have already known. But Nas, I heard that shit today for the first time. That joint was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right.
I like
it.
Yeah,
It was Gucci.
He had some fire beats in that joint. Yeah, it was all right.
But
you know how Nas is. Like, you got to be like a Nas fan because his flow kind of like make you go to sleep a little bit.
Yep.
But you gotta. If you into Nas sound, then it's gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you a nigga that like to turn up, that's probably not your shit.
Yeah, that's probably not
your shit. Simple as that. But he probably got about
that drill music.
He might got like a one turn up joint. It's like a half a turn up. You know what I'm saying? That last track.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I think that joint might be a single for real.
It called a couple people out too on that album.
I wasn't even like, I was more focused on the production, so I didn't even really like get into what he was saying. So I'm gonna pay more attention to that when I listen next time.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I know he said some shit about Khalees, right?
Huh?
I know he said some shit about Khalees, right?
Yeah, Khalees. He actually said something about Doja Cat too. How she
he used to fuck with Doja Cat?
Nah, but she was on some white supremacy websites and like
yeah.
So he went on her.
But that was the light chick. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes when I listen to Nas, sometimes like the second time around, you can hear like some of the shit that he be saying. You're right. Like some of it, like just the production, the how he get on the beat, it's just totally different.
Y'all gonna make me listen to some Nas.
I mean, that's from your era, Corey.
Fuck yeah.
Time he had a fucking producer though.
Fuck yeah. That was my dog. That was my dog. That was probably the greatest battle ever. Between him and Jay-Z, dog. Him and Jay-Z. Woke up this morning, got myself a good nigga. That's probably the greatest battle ever, dog. That's probably the greatest battle ever.
Nas and Hov, greatest battle.
Yeah, man. Niggas like, talking about
some shit. I already know how you feel, Randall.
It was really airing some shit out.
Me and Randall been debating that fucking Me and Randall been debating that whole, fucking Beans and Jada fucking battle for years. That's the best battle ever to me.
Lyrically,
yes.
I will say the Beans and Jada, them niggas had tracks. Them niggas had multiple tracks.
That was the greatest battle to me.
Too many. I enjoyed that joint, but for the masses, the media and everybody, the Hov and fucking Nas joint, that joint was like that. But definitely, yeah.
But you know what it was though? It was a combination of everything. Cause remember when Hov came out with Takeover, then that beat, the way that beat came in, like the whole and how he was naming names, he named Mobb Deep. He was naming like all these. He was naming Nas. So it's like when that shit happened, like everybody was just like, God damn, like, what the fuck? And then when this nigga when Nas dropped Ether, nigga, then that's when shit just went to a whole new level. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Jay-Z was at the top of the game. So when Nas got Jay-Z, it was like kind of like that shit where like all the niggas who didn't fuck with Jay-Z, when Nas like kind of killed Jay-Z on that shit, like it just put all the ammo and all the non-Jay-Z fans. You know
I don't know about killing. I don't know. I give it a tie. All
right, when I say killing, when I say killing,
no, he killed him on
talking about like how it was perceived. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
It's like that. What you gonna say after this?
Because when I look back at it,
he killed him on Ether.
He killed him because Jay said I got stronger after Ether. That means that shit.
Oh, Jay said that?
Yeah. Remember he said that?
I know, but when I look at that, battle, I liked how like Nas was just like pretty much joning, but Jay-Z was like speaking facts. So when I look back at that shit, I was like, I felt like Jay-Z won because Jay-Z was actually talking about real shit, where Nas was just like talking about his nose and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But still, that's what battle rap is.
In that moment, Nas did in that moment. Nas wasn't in that moment. That shit was unanimous that Nas destroyed Jay-Z. In that moment,
Yeah.
Nah,
You talking about
that
how
was probably
Jay-Z be
the
on
highlight of
hoes?
Nas' career for real.
Nas wasn't speaking facts. I think Nas
Everything.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. After I
Say
heard
that
Connie
again?
on your baby seat, I don't know, dog.
I was just talking about
But
him
Nas
being
was
a Foxy
mostly
Brown guy.
joning though.
I think Nas was speaking facts.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Foxy, did you hear that? Oh yeah, you ain't hear that joint. Did y'all hear Nas album?
Yeah, I think that was his best verse.
Foxy,
I don't listen to it.
yo, Foxy has the best female voice ever.
Yeah, man. She said I
Like,
like some of the
like-
best bars.
So,
Yeah,
so what? He brought
Foxy has the
Foxy
best
Brown
like
back?
fucking presence on the track. Like female, I ain't gonna say she the best lyricist, but her overall voice, her presence on the track might be the greatest. Like she reminded me when I heard that joint, I was like, I could listen to her like on a regular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She on the new album?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she on
man,
the whole
listen.
the whole firm.
Oh.
Yeah, AZ on that. That's probably my favorite song.
Oh.
On the album.
That's Nas' best
with
verse on the
the
album.
firm.
That's Nas' best verse on the album.
I'm gonna listen to that joint again. I'm gonna listen to that shit again. But that's probably my favorite song on the
I gotta
album.
get
And I
through
like
that
the
whole
ultra.
shit.
I fuck with the ultra black joint. I fuck with that beat. That ultra black joint. That shit
Oh,
real
shit.
smooth.
I watched
And-
I watched
know
the
you-
Breakfast Club shit. I didn't realize it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Watched the
And I heard
Breakfast
y'all
Club
speaking
shit.
on Jay-Z and Nas.
Okay.
You know Jay-Z always be dropping some shit the same day as Nas, like all the time. You saw that shit I posted?
I fuck with how we always do like music in the beginning of overtime. We always talk about music.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I like that shit because the niggas just talking. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Aiming that real.
It's
But I do need to get on that Nas
overtime.
album though.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's your
Oh yeah.
man.
Overtime's when niggas be smoking and all that.
Damn.
Pulling up right now.
I gotta listen to the joint. I'm fucked up.
You just
I
never.
didn't even listen to the Lost tapes, dog. I didn't even listen to the Lost tapes. I think I heard one track on that
It was
joint.
alright. It was alright.
That was okay. That was kind of overrated.
This show
I read it. Okay.
never had production like this. He's never had production like this. Like
But
consistent.
it fits him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's the beats
Hit
like?
Boy
Is
knew
it,
exactly.
what's the beats
he knew,
like
he
though?
knew who he was dealing with. I mean, them beats sound. They literally sound like he knew. Like Hit Boy, he got his sound, but it's like he knew what not. Like it was like he literally. It sounded like he literally molded them beats around Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Is it
he literally molded them
new
around.
age,
That's what that
or
shit
is
sound
it
like.
gonna take me back to the '90s? What is it?
Nah,
It's kind of like a mix. It's a mix.
It's,
Put it like
it's
this: the
some modern.
samples.
It's modern lyricism.
even like the beat.
I would say this as far as the production, I would say that it's like classic, not like the samples, the way the samples was chopped, the way that like the samples flows, classic Nas sound, but the drums is more like modern, more current. But the way that the actual samples and the way like the melody and all that shit, that sound like some classic Nas shit, but he put his own like more modern drums on it. You say what?
Like he was like more open to it, like the 27 Summers drum. Like you wouldn't expect Nas to be on some shit like that. He was with it.
And
That's
to
what I
speak
like
on that,
too.
man,
All right, so
and to
compared
speak on
to
that,
Stillmatic, compare the new album to Stillmatic.
I fuck with Stillmatic.
Yeah,
But it's
I
different
put
times
that-
though.
nah.
It's different times though.
Different times.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right, it's different times, but am I
Remember,
gonna
man,
love it? Am I gonna love it?
But listen though.
Yeah.
But it's,
Yeah,
but
you gonna love it. You gonna love it.
Yeah, you would.
All right, I gotta listen to this shit then. I gotta listen
But
to
I
it.
feel like right now niggas don't be sitting with music like they did back in the day. So I feel like Stillmatic is always gonna hold heavier because you sat with that shit a lot longer. Where today we kind of like might listen to some shit for a week, then you on to the next shit. Back in the day when Stillmatic came out, nigga, you was probably listening to that shit for about 6 months. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's all there was though.
So that's what
But
I'm saying.
you right.
I don't think this
Get
shit
to
gonna hold
digest
up to Stillmatic. Like nah.
Nah.
But it's
But
probably the
it'll
best
hold
Nas
your
album
attention,
in
though.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's-
it
it'll hold
definitely
your
will hold
attention.
your
I like
attention.
it.
You're gonna. It's probably the best Nas album in a while.
Yeah.
Long
I agree with
time.
that.
So
And another thing I liked about that album, he had like maybe 1 or 2 songs that just had the sample with like no drums. Like I like those type of beats, but it's not that often you hear niggas rap on those beats where it's just the sample.
It's like a mellow type. It's like a mellow type beat or whatever.
Like
I mean, it's
Griselda type
Nas.
shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be mellow. It's not. It's gonna be mellow. The
Okay.
whole album mellow for real, except for like maybe 1 song.
No, that's good though.
Don't
Yeah,
knock
yeah,
it off, like when you on other people's shit.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Like Don't he show off when he on other people's shit? Like when he was on that Dave East jump? Like that
Yeah,
shit?
I was just about to say the Dave East one, the new shit, Karma 3. That shit was straight.
Yeah, I thought that Dave East album was fire for real.
Or we're
Man,
not.
This might be his best album.
hold on. It's this one Dave East. I'm still waiting for this shit. It's this one Dave East song, right? But he samples like the Beat Nuts. You know what song I'm talking about? I still ain't heard that on none of his tapes, no nothing. But I've seen videos where he be playing that shit.
What Beat Nuts joint? This was crazy back then.
The intro, the intro of the Beat Nuts, that second album, the one with the violin.
The only joint the one song you talking about, the joint, like, the only song whenever somebody say the Beat Nuts, I think of that song. It's not but crooks in here. Some off the
yeah. That's a
like,
no.
That song?
It was off the album when it's like that. It has that red cover. It's the intro to that album. I think it's like the second album.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
I gotta look. I gotta look that up.
It's that simple.
You have no idea what the name of the song is?
No, but
let me get it real quick. Hold on, let me get it.
Had my man Pun on. Had my big dog Pun.
Yeah, I used to love the Beat Nuts.
Here's a good topic. Why do niggas not fuck with Logic, young? I'm not even necessarily saying I'm a Logic fan. I caught on to Logic late, like 5-6 years late. But I listened to his last album. I'm like, if you a hip hop head, how you don't fuck with this shit? Like, why don't
I do like Logic?
Like,
I will say this though. I say this
because he can rap. His beat selection is fire. Like, I don't get it.
I guess I'm not a hip hop head. Then I guess I'm not a hip hop head. But like, if you're popular. He's apparently popular. I just haven't heard none of his shit. You know what I'm saying? I hear people talking about Logic all the time. You know what I'm saying? And please send a song my way so I can send me the best song.
Just listen to his last this most.
No, Logic got some joints though. Don't even sleep on Logic for real. Even his old mixtape shit is straight.
I think is underrated. Like, that nigga
is he a rapper or some shit or
nah?
No,
he's just conscious. Nah,
yeah.
Send me his hardest joint. I want to listen.
He got a lot of good joints though. He has like a nice catalog.
And I like. He was talking about some local shit too. That nigga was like catching. He was talking about on his last album, talking about catching the 61 in Germantown and just shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
He
like
from out here?
100.
Yeah, he's
little
from
shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he from Gaithersburg.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. This might be a gem I have never known of, dog. Please
remember that clothing line that was called.
I slept on Logic for a long time.
Me too. Yeah, I met that motherfucker a long ass time ago when he first started that shit.
Send me a joint. The
Before
only reason
he had a
I thought he
dermatologist.
was a Christian rapper because this nigga I used to work with and shit. This nigga I used to work with, he was a
I'm laughing at me.
Reformed Christian. He was a Reformed Christian. He didn't listen to no bullshit or whatever. He didn't listen to cussing and all that. I don't know.
Nah, his dad was like a
talk
fiend
about
and shit. Yeah. Nah,
please send me a hot track. Please send me a hot.
He
track.
got a lot of hot. He got like a lot of hot videos too. His shit is straight. His catalog be straight.
Nigga, just listen to his latest album. I feel like that last album.
Then they got to start with
Wu-Tang.
If you can compare him to any rapper that
outside of Sakura in College Park.
Wait, say that again.
I remember I seen him outside of Sakura in College Park, like right.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was this clothing line called Durkle from DMV, and they had some shit in this like garage, this like storage area, and that motherfucker was performing shit. It's probably when he first dropped, but he was spinning his ass off.
He can read. Like,
yeah,
bro.
It's funny. I say niggas don't fuck. I mean, I say niggas don't fuck with him, but he's very popular, clearly.
Yeah,
so clearly
he
people do fuck with him.
He's really like,
but, you know, the niggas I be around,
he's like
nobody else
a
ever remember like
dude, though. That's all it is.
Because niggas like me don't know. Please, if you can compare him to a rapper, what would you think? What would you compare him to?
He's his own entity. He's really his own entity, for real.
Not a Lupe, not a nothing.
No.
Yeah, maybe Kendrick. I see some Kendrick. I would say Lupe, Kendrick, but like a lyricist type niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Eminem, all that.
Yeah, Eminem. But the funny thing about
Logic, track with Eminem.
Logic imitates a lot of people though. He imitates a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like literally Logic will sound like 9 different niggas on his album.
Yeah, he will.
Like, he'll sound like Kanye one song, Kendrick one song.
I swear. I thought he was church, a Christian singer,
boy?
rapper, or some shit. No, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm just gonna say I thought he was like a Christian rapper or some shit, dog. I thought he was a Christian rapper first time I heard his name or whatever, because it was from this nigga I knew or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I need y'all gotta send me some hard tracks. Send me some
Did you
hard
think
tracks.
he was a bitch ass white boy?
He did because he was good.
Hey, nah, that nigga father black.
Yeah,
Oh, so he white? What is he? Mixed? What is he?
yeah, he white and
He
black.
had black and white, but here's the head. I saw a picture of his father. His father like light skin, but I mean,
His
like that
parents
nigga
was like
Logic
fiends or
barely
something.
got any of his. Like his mother got some strong ass genes.
He ain't got no blackness, huh? What do he look like?
He got a brother. His brother look more black than he do, but like Logic, you can barely tell.
Yeah, I gotta see what's up with this dude. Logic. I swear to God.
Sometimes I be feeling like Logic not even black, and they just planted this nigga. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, they be allowing this white boy to say black. I'll even say nigga. They be allowing this white boy to say nigga, and they got this black dude out here pretending to be his father.
Ain't nobody gonna beat his ass. Shut up and let his ass come out here.
No, but they wanted.
I mean, the nigga, the Logic says nigga in his music because he says he's half black. He claims that shit.
I don't like how Charlamagne be going at him. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Will you say that again, Randall?
I don't like how Charlamagne be going at him like this nigga is supposed to be like, you know, the say so in rap music. I don't like how Charlamagne be going at him.
Y'all saying he white.
What Charlamagne be saying?
It sound like y'all saying he white.
Charlamagne be saying the wildest shit.
Yeah, he do with all them white type rappers though. He gonna Post Malone like that, MGK like that, like all them.
Yeah, Rachel Deleziel, whatever the fuck her name is. He ain't really black, but he white.
Oh yeah. Nah, she ain't. She really ain't black. Like she. Did y'all ever see that documentary with? Did y'all see that documentary with Rachel Dolezal? That shit was wild, young.
I just saw the preview for that.
What she basically said she realized, like she said, she did some research on the history of black people, and it like made her hate her family to the point where she wanted to be black.
Is that the one with her parents in it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, where her like mom and dad are in there doing the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch that shit.
Hey, did y'all see that Paul Mooney joke? Paul Mooney, y'all know who Paul Mooney is.
Of course, he's like the most activist of a comedian there is.
Did you see his joke? He said there was a little boy or whatever. His mama was baking a chocolate cake, and he put his hands in the chocolate cake and spread it on his face, and he was like, "Look, mama, I'm black." And his mama slapped the shit out of his ass. And then he went to his daddy. She said, "Go tell your daddy what you did." And he went to his daddy and said, "Look, daddy, I'm black," and slapped the shit out of his ass. And then he went to his grandpa and then said, "Look, grandpa, I'm black," or whatever the fuck. And slapped the shit out of his ass. And then he came back to his mama, and his mama said, "What did you learn today?" He said, "I learned I only been black for 5 minutes, and I already hate y'all motherfuckers."
David Paul Mooney be having
Paul
that
Mooney's
humor
a dog,
though.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
That nigga keep it real though.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will do you like that.
At the same time, you know, Paul Mooney was kind of foo-foo.
Well, we already knew that though.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that shit.
So,
look at the nigga demeanor.
We ain't heard nothing.
I think he wore makeup.
What do you mean, bro? Like, Richard Pryor.
He talk funny.
Richard Pryor used to put him on blast and said this nigga was foo-foo, like out front. And then Richard Pryor was foo-foo on the low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I've seen that shit.
Hey, young man, that shit fucked up though. That whole situation was fucked up because then something happened with somebody's son. Paul Mooney was fucking with somebody's son.
Bruh,
You didn't hear about that shit?
Yes, I don't remember.
I don't even want to talk about it because it's a fucked up story. But Paul Mooney was molesting somebody's son.
Oh shit! Was
Man,
he?
who the
I
fuck
didn't
was
hear
it?
that.
Yes, I forgot who it was. He said Paul Mooney was having sex with his son. And it was, who the fuck was this, man? I know it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But when I heard that shit, I was like, these niggas is wild.
Yeah, that's disturbing. Cause that'd be one of the motherfuckers that be preaching too.
Yeah, her serving the devil.
If you watch that roast on I want to say it's Richard Pryor wrote.
It's Richard Pryor's son.
Yeah,
I just looked it up. It was Richard Pryor's son. Paul Mooney denies having sex with Richard Pryor's son.
he was unloading on Paul Mooney.
Yeah, he was.
But at the same time, they said like Marlon Brando was fucking Richard Pryor.
Yeah, that's what it was, Marlon
Right.
Brando.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
Oh,
man.
because
Believe,
Richard.
What do
Okay.
you believe? Do you believe the media or not?
I just think these niggas is some weird, sick niggas, and I don't want nothing to do with them. It's like,
Yeah, all of them be
There's a
on
lot
some
of
strange
weird
shit.
Oh man.
They
And it don't even be like, I don't even understand like the satisfaction level of the shit. It don't even be like, no, it's just weird shit. Just see what you can get away with type shit.
yeah, at a point, it kind of seemed like that's what it is about, you know?
Yeah, it ain't even about nothing. It's so strange.
Speaking on that, we ain't heard too much about the what was the Randall Marcus? What was the lady's name that was fucking around with Epstein?
Maxwell.
Oh, girl?
Yeah.
Epstein, some shit.
That's our most viewed.
About that shit.
That's our most viewed video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that shit's fucked up, though.
Yeah, I know.
She's still out here? She's still out here singing?
Cooling. She's still out here cooling. She's still out
Oh,
here
man,
cooling.
she got all the juice. She got the file. She has the fucking file.
She get
And that's our most rated view.
that five. That five.
Ain't mad
she
at
got all
that.
that shit.
Because that bitch ain't shit.
I gotta watch.
That's ridiculous, dog.
Oh, no, she ain't.
That's crazy. That's
The
crazy.
same night those pics of Clinton leaked, he was at the fucking DNC speaking, man. Shit crazy.
Hey, did y'all
Clinton.
y'all see the 2020 like their symbol, the DNC symbol? I got this. It look like when you flip it over, it looks like the Baphomet.
It look like what?
I don't even know. I didn't even see the fucking
Can I do
the
script?
little.
They've been having the DNC like fucking the speakers and all that shit.
Yeah, I didn't even
Obama,
see the
all that.
rally. I didn't even see the rally. The convention. I didn't even see the convention
Yep.
because I don't fuck with none of these niggas. But
Michelle Obama was there, all that shit. I'm looking for that symbol right now, actually.
The only thing is, I mean, like about the convention, like I mean, like granted, you know what I'm saying, like them niggas talking about everything that Trump done and like how they don't another 4 years of Trump, but them niggas ain't actually talking about no plans for like that's the only thing.
yeah, that's what I say.
That is the plan.
They
Just
have
try
a
to get this
solution for
try to make
anything?
this motherfucker look bad. That's all it is. I'm telling you, motherfuckers are winging it, dog. Every
And
aspect of
that's
this
why they
year
lost
is
the
a wing.
last time. That's why they lost the last time. That's how Trump got in this joint.
They about to wing this shit. They're gonna pull whatever out their ass, squash. Because that's why I feel like it's gonna be some injustice in one of these police murders. They're gonna piggyback on that shit, try to get support and like rally that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be some shit.
They're not even really doing shit. Like you said, they're not talking about making no changes and no shit like that. They're just putting the shit out there that you already know. We
It's
know
literally
this
a
nigga
reality
got shot.
show.
We knew this nigga was abused by the police. So fuck with us, you know. It's like, come on, dog. You got niggas out here like Ice Cube and shit making videos and shit. It's like, nigga. He's like, nigga, what are we gonna do? These niggas ain't really talking about no solution. Make these niggas work for your motherfucking vote. Make these niggas work for your motherfucking vote.
Hey,
I
but
know y'all seen the Ice Cube.
yeah, but at the same time, like I mean, I know it was preliminary, and I mean, I know it was a couple of speakers for the RNC, but them niggas ain't talking about shit either. Them niggas talking about like what Trump. I mean, niggas talking about what Trump can do for the next 4 years, as if you know what I'm saying, like he hasn't had an opportunity to do whatever. But
Exactly.
I think right now, like we're not actually hearing like
And them niggas don't show up to vote though.
From both sides, we're not actually hearing like no policies, and I wonder like if that's, I mean, like if they're waiting until like the actual debates or whatever, but we're not actually hearing any policies or actual like, you know what I'm saying, steps.
This every time somebody coming up here looking for your vote. It's every time.
Is it? I mean, like
It is though. Listen. The only time that I've ever heard somebody speak to me was Barack Obama. Honestly, and I didn't vote for him because he was black. There's a lot of niggas that want to say that they voted for them because he was black or whatever the fuck. But I was like, yeah, we don't need to have no motherfucking war in Afghanistan for 100 years. That's why I didn't vote for McCain and shit or whatever the fuck. We don't need to do some. We need to have some. What it was doing? ACA. We need to have Affordable Health Care Act out this joint. You know what I'm saying? He was the only nigga that has literally spoken to me on as far as what they wanted to do and shit.
But this is my point. My point is, like, is that normally done in the the Democratic and Republican National Convention? What is that?
I see that.
What is that?
The DNC,
What is that? That's what it's supposed to be, Randall?
the 2020 John.
Put this on the screen.
Huh?
Oh, that's the 2020 John?
You don't see that?
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
What am I looking
I
at?
see what's on the left. On the left, and then what's on
Hold
the
on, what are we looking at right now? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
I see the goat.
The 2020 DNC John is on the left, right? This is their this is their emblem, their symbol, and then the Baphomet is on the right.
And what's the Baphomet?
That's like the real logo.
Yeah, on the left, that's their shit.
Uh,
Come on now. And you know they took out their shit under God. They took that out their shit.
Hey, and ain't that the same joint that was on the NBA jerseys during the All-Star game?
I don't know.
One nation under God.
They took all that out under God. Ain't no under God.
And shit.
But
And shit.
I think they didn't pray to kick off the DNC. No.
Now I got this share, John. I can fuck y'all up with some.
That takes me to my conspiracy theories and shit. One nation under God. What God? Your God? Are you a God? You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of shit.
But yeah, as far as the Baphomet, like we were saying, Al, the Baphomet is like basically like I guess it's like the symbolism of like the God that they worship, like okay, let's just say symbolism of the Antichrist. Like if you have God, they celebrate the anti-God. That's what the Baphomet would be, the anti-God. You know what I'm saying? That's the best. That's the most simplest way I can describe it. You know.
Marcus.
And the Baphomet symbolizes everything that God is like the opposite of order. Like everything that God is, like the order that God created, the Baphomet represents the opposite of that, which pretty much is chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Unconsciously.
Or whatever, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's like literally the opposite. Huh?
Unconsciously seen it for a minute. Like all these videos and
Did you
for a minute.
Did you see the new WNBA logo?
Nah.
You know the WNBA logo? Look at it right now. Go look it up. You know the logo? Like I think Kevin Durant had the joint. As a matter of fact, I think that orange hoodie that Kobe had on the day before he died or whatever. I think it was like I think it was that WNBA. But look at the logo, the WNBA logo.
Send it to me.
I thought it was a lady with the shit.
Exactly. That's how they put their logos out. But within that logo, you can see the Baphomet, like the arms are the horns, and like how the body comes down. It's like the same. See what I'm saying? It's like showing the same shit. Like and that same little shape that should be in a lot of different it'd be in a lot of shit. It's not just the WNBA logo. It'd be in a lot of shit if you look close.
I know it was in that Beyonce video.
Yeah, but you see the WNBA logo, you see how like the two arms are out? That represents like the horns, and then the body will come down. That'll be like the face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it looks like a T. And actually, T actually stands for Tammuz. It's like but you gotta look that shit up, you know what I'm saying? Just look up Tammuz.
The feet look like a horse's face or something.
I don't see the WNBA John.
Yeah,
Like the woman holding them.
It's a logo. Like you have to see it. I already typed it in and I just typed in WNBA. I don't think it's the main logo, but it's like a girl doing a layup.
That shit.
That shit right there. That the same thing he got right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just copped the hoodie.
Oh, okay.
Marcus, would you consider yourself a conspiracy theorist or
No.
you know what I'm saying? No.
Knowledgeable
This is what I
on
want to
the
ask.
unknown.
Honestly, this is what I want to ask. Do you have you ever watched Tommy Sotomayor or Tariq Nasheed or Phil Valentine?
I didn't watch all them niggas. Phil Valentine, Tariq Nasheed, to all of them. All them pro-black niggas, I didn't follow all of them. I didn't watch all these shit. Every nigga you about to name. The red pill, blue pill, all them niggas.
Yeah. What do you think, dog? I think they
Or awakening.
I think they all have
Brother
their own
Blight,
thing, you know what I'm saying?
You said what though? My bad.
No, I was saying I think they have their own thing, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of them, and I think a lot of them are beefing with each other and shit, but I think that they all have their own thing, and you're supposed to discern, as the Bible would say. You're supposed to discern whatever the fuck. What the fuck is this?
Right, that's the Baphomet right there in the middle of her jump.
Y'all niggas,
You see the horn.
you got some new shit going on out here, dog.
That symbolism be everywhere, but you gotta look close to. You gotta like really
Even
look
like
at
all
shit.
the halftime shows, all that shit, all the award shows, all that shit.
Like even I forgot, man. There's even some car logos and shit like that. Some
Yeah, Ford and all that shit.
They all have this symbolism. Like the little T, they'll find a way to sneak that little horn figure in almost damn near everything.
The
And it's
Masonic
funny
shit.
if you think about it, right? If you think about it, like let's put it like this from this perspective. I'm glad this is overtime. I'm glad we're having this conversation. Like, think about it. Like, all right, so let's say like you have big business. Big business is rooted in what? It's not about like, you know, it's about making large product, a lot of demand, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, supply. So it's like after a while, when you create so much supply, the quality of the supply starts to go down. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like as long as I'm making a profit, even if I'm selling you bullshit, I'm making a profit. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. So how do you not think that these big businesses who benefit the most haven't already adapted that aspect where they lost the humanity in their business, where it's like more about, you know what I'm saying, just making a profit off of you. The niggas at the top of 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 those fucking companies, what would make you think these niggas not Satanists? You know what I'm saying? What would make you think that these niggas like you got fucking we eat the chicken too, but you see how they do the chicken and shit like that, and the GMO foods and the, you know, even the health industry and the car industry, where it's like your car get fucked up, or like even back in the day where the quality of cars was like, you know, better as far as like, you know, the lifespan of it, where to now cars are like more like plastic, you know what I mean? So what makes you think that the person at the top is like, they're not even thinking about the human aspect? So even like if they have a company, they probably would hide that shit in their logo. You see what I'm saying? Because them niggas is like, they're like aware of what they're profiting off of, rather than the person who's just consuming.
You know who this is? Amina Abramovich.
She like one of them Satanist people.
Yes. Spirit cookers.
Yeah, I heard about her.
She be around too.
She be at NBA games too.
Yep. She be at fucking fashion shows and all that shit too.
Be a spirit cooker.
What does she do? She's a what?
All that like Hillary Clinton.
Energy thief. She's an energy thief.
Lady Gaga. She be like,
but look how creepy she look though.
Yeah, energy vampire. She do. She looks scary.
Why? She look like she drink blood out of chalice. Straight up.
And that's why I first knew it. Remember that when Jigga was going through all that stuff, he was doing all them like promos. She was at every one of them shits.
Come on now. Look at this.
Yeah, she definitely a fucking vampire.
Look at this right here. Come on now. Same lady.
You were her in Amigos? I seen that joint before.
It's the same lady.
Yeah. You already know, man. Already in those circles.
Did you
same lady?
Did you see the picture of her in Amigos?
She was in Amigos. What?
Yeah, she took. It was a picture she took with the Migos. It was her and this other white dude, and them niggas was looking creepy as hell.
Yeah, I believe it.
But why would she be in the Amigos? Like, come on now. Like, what paths do they cross?
Exactly, man. Just all that energy shit. I'm telling you, it's so fixed.
This is a modern day witch.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
she's a freaking vampire, dog.
Modern day.
The only one though.
Yeah, she just steals energy.
There's a lot of it.
All right, let me.
There's a lot of. They say the Kardashians are modern day witches. How they steal energy. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
nigga, yeah, what? Whoa, wow.
Controversy, and they use black men. You know what I'm saying? And they like to play on the emotions of black women. They like
Yes.
they just to draw attention to themselves. They
Even with the black
I'm
men,
saying they're literally like they're literally energy.
yeah,
vampires.
dog.
They use
Even
black
their
men to draw
kids.
attention to themselves.
Yeah, the children have the melanin in it. They want to steal that shit too. Like it's all type of levels to they shit.
All on brown too.
All of them, dog. Like there's levels to they shit. Like it was desperate to have kids, all that. Oh,
Y'all ever heard of succubus?
What's that?
I heard of that.
That's a movie. I saw that movie.
Succubus is like a female entity that steals your energy through sex.
oh yeah, I believe that, dog. That's why they say you gotta be careful who you lay with and all that shit too.
What'd you say, Marcus?
Succubus and incubus.
Yeah.
I know you talking
Believe in
about
that shit?
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
It's
Succubus
a
is basically
vampire
like a woman who
too.
just takes your energy. Like literally, she just takes, giving
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's what the
Yeah, that's
Kardashians are, man. I feel like the Kardashians are
The
like
Baconator has arrived. I just want to say that.
they're like that personified. Like I can't see any other way.
You try. Hey, do the bag view again.
Yeah.
Do you reaching in the bag view again? Put the phone down. You gotta have the phone looking at the ceiling.
Right. He said that's a deal for
Oh.
deal, yeah.
Boy, your gut's about to be hurt tomorrow.
How you eat that shit at midnight?
Oh,
After drinking.
I know that's a
Nigga,
Ooh,
it's delicious.
that ain't soaking up nothing.
And you know, when you take like an X-ray and they put that lead like coat on you, that's what Corey got. He got lead like belly. He got like an indestructive lead belly.
The
It's
bacon.
right here. It's right here. This thing going in there. It's right here.
Oh no,
Pause.
Man.
big pause,
Big fries be straight though.
big old pause. I got something else to show. I like this fucking share shit. I want to get y'all direct reaction.
Come on, man. Tell him turn this fucking TV down.
Did y'all see this shit on Netflix? How do I do this? Wow.
did y'all see that thing? Well, I don't want to change the subject. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say what you got to say.
Oh, what was on Netflix?
Unless you about to say. You find it?
Was it a documentary?
Hold on. How do I do this?
Did anybody watch that NXIVM documentary on HBO after fucking or before Lovecraft Country? That shit was freaky.
Nah, I ain't see it.
That cult shit.
What about this?
Man. Yo, they science.
Right? That's what I was about to say. This is exactly what I was about to bring up.
Why are they trying to like sexualize young ass fucking girls?
Yeah. Oh, you see that all the time though, dog. It's a fucking show that come on Stars with straight up strippers and shit. Have y'all ever seen that?
Nah, but
Man.
I've never seen that. But what I will say is, who is the cameraman? You know,
It's just sad, dog.
I seen that joint.
Yeah, they got good camera angles and shit, but it's just the messages and the shit that gets portrayed in that shit is crazy.
And what Phil?
It's called it's called P Valley. That's what that shit's called.
That's just
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about that when I was talking about the camera angles.
Oh, nigga, you said
Fuck me up.
type shit. Nigga, you said Carnival.
Man,
That's on
That shit's
Amazon.
on some crazy shit. That's what it's called, P Valley.
P Valley is on. Yeah, it's like
No, sorry.
Yeah, it's on Stars. That shit crazy, man.
They said the Cuties though. They did say Cuties is from like a damn, I forgot where the country is from. It's like Sudan, France. Okay. Yeah, they said that shit is like based off of that though.
Still, man, that shit it's not the time for that, man. With all this pedophilia and crazy shit that's going on.
Where do you think they should come from? From lower, you know, they should have been from lower,
like third world countries and shit. Like harvesting them, trafficking. But nah, man, and I feel like shit like that just be programming grown ass men to look at young ass girls too. It's just crazy.
Wow, I'm gonna say that out.
Break
the news out.
Bleacher Report's reporting that the Lakers and Clippers have voted not to continue the NBA season, but every other team voted to continue. LeBron said he wants owners to be more involved and take action before leaving meter with the Lakers and the Clippers.
That's big.
That's what the Bleacher Report. I mean, it's an hour ago, but yeah, that's what the Bleacher Report just reported.
Wow, so the Lakers, so LA teams ain't gonna continue the season for real then.
Well, I don't know if they're not gonna continue.
Well, that's what they're proposing.
Yeah, I think that's what they said. That's what they voted on. I mean, you know, be on a united front and united stance, but they voted.
I'm not mad at that for real. I kind of like this shit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it either for real.
So do this mean like Kyrie was ahead of the curve? Like, can we get a little bit credit?
Hey, this means Kyrie might have been on to something, but this also goes to that narrative.
This nigga was way ahead of the curve.
I know, no. This also goes to that narrative where they point you as crazy. And you know what I'm saying? Like they point you as crazy to make you like, you know what I'm saying? Like regardless of whatever you're talking about, they point you as crazy and to discredit you, whatever thoughts or whatever ideas or anything that you have, like they point you as crazy. And then like literally they come back months later, days later, however long later. Oh shit! It wasn't that bad. Like he might have been on to something. We should have listened to him. But nah, like listen to me at the beginning. Like listen to me at the subset.
Yeah, because it's just against the grain. It's against the norm. People are so programmed to believe like this shit that like they don't even look at like the blessing in disguise kind of. And even if you wanted to be a trendsetter and like be the first to do that shit, people be so scared to do that.
And not only just to look at it as a blessing in disguise, people so stuck into their own mindsets and so stuck in their own thoughts and into their own ways of thinking that they don't even want to think outside of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Listen and hear somebody else's perspective and hear somebody else's rationale as to why. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it makes yes, it seems radical, but at the same time, niggas have valid points even when somebody is radical, they have some valid points and like, you know what I'm saying, some valid intent behind the impact. And if we are always judging somebody off the impact as opposed to the intent, like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you got to listen and figure out exactly the best ways to judge somebody off the intent as opposed to the impact.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, though. It's just out of the norm, so we're not used to that shit, so we naturally go against it. Excuse me.
Hey, this old fashioned got me right though.
I'm sure. It's been a minute. How many you have?
I'm shaking them bitters.
Man, it's so good, man. Put extra in there. I'm telling you, it should be so good.
This mango passion 100% juice from Aldi. Shout out to Aldi.
Oh, they got it for the low.
Or if you go to the international market and they got that passion fruit extract, get that shit too.
Okay.
Especially on like Briggs Cheney, that big ass international market.
Briggs Cheney. Jeez, it's been a while since I heard that name.
Briggs Cheney?
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, Marcus, This young I went to Paint Branch. And she was dunking in like 10th grade from brick paint.
A girl that went to Paint Branch.
Mm-hmm. She was dunking. Like
back when you or how long ago?
I was playing JV. I was like 9th grade, and she was like 10th grade. She was dunking off the eaves.
Damn.
I have no idea who that would have been. Zero idea. I don't remember that.
Shout out to Moko.
I feel like I would have known.
Shout out to Moko Show. That's a good ass follow on Instagram or Twitter.
Moko Show? What's that, podcast?
Moko Show. It's like an Instagram handle. Like he documents every important Moko event, or he do
yeah, I see.
restaurants, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Japanese barbecue in Rockville look good.
That's what I'm saying. Hey.
New developments.
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna speak on Tory Lanez.
Yo, nothing's been spoken on. He still ain't come out, apologized on nothing. Like, ain't said shit. Like, I don't know what's up with this dude.
And then Megan, like, she had like a big ass summer, like apparently, and then she was in the summer with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, he probably is, man. He one of them short niggas, so you know his ego was hurted. He was hurted.
Yeah,
but I'm more mad at her though. Like how she like how little niggas be winning like that. Like
How you allow that?
How you gonna be mad at her? How you gonna be mad at her?
Yeah. Like
I don't understand why you mad at her.
How you mad at her?
No, I'm not mad. I mean, she chose up. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, like, man, it's unfortunate he acted like that for real.
No, I think Phil, correct me if I'm wrong. I think what Phil is saying is he's mad at her for choosing Tory because Tory is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. That's literally the only thing I'd be mad about. It is. Because she way hotter. Like, I feel like she can do whatever she wants. Like, how did that end up happening?
Yeah, that's true.
But, hey, you can't choose it. But I heard, like, I mean, I haven't even heard anything for real. I just know that was an ugly situation. It sounds like straight ego shit. And niggas lost their temper. But that's sad though. He's like, laying low though. He is laying low. No PR, no nothing.
I don't know.
Super hurtful.
He needs to take his ass back to Toronto or whatever the Canada. He needs to take his ass back.
This nigga had a gun in a car and shot a girl.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
In a bikini.
He needs to take his ass back.
In a bikini.
In a bikini. How you gonna shoot a girl out the car in a bikini?
And as you leave it too. That's some whole shit.
Everybody know the
Straight hoe shit. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life, sir? You're making millions of dollars. What are you doing with your life?
You can't be that bad though. That's what I'm saying.
How are you that mad?
You just can't come down. Even if she says some hurtful shit, you can't even come down to that level of things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? I feel like the reason why, like, let's say like a random female said that to him, it probably wouldn't have triggered, but because it's Meg, because she's hot, she's popular, and he's fucking with her. So it's just like, and then she probably shitted on him. So then it's like he kind of felt a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you know, it was something personal.
Like, if it was, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't hurt him that deep, but whatever just was said or whatever the exchange was, for him to get that enraged, it had to have been like some sort of like, you know, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's only because it was her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I said it was all ego shit. It had to be ego shit.
Yeah, it's ego shit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ego shit. It had to be.
It's unfortunate, though.
Hey, don't let Corey tell it. You know, if Corey tell it, it's going to be parenting.
It's parenting, though.
Either parenting or white supremacy.
What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life, dog?
Yeah,
You
that's
got
what-
money. You got money out here, dog. What are you doing with your life, dog?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's like a huge complex, right?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And
That
it's
makes me
Tory
think about,
Lanez.
like-
It's
like-
Tory
like-
Lanez.
Like, you know how niggas can't handle their liquor and they go get their gun when they just pissed off anyway? He seemed like one of them type niggas to me now. Like, oh,
Just because you have it.
yeah, you go
Yep,
you
that's
go
exactly
into
how
the
it is.
you go into the truck to grab a strap because you mad about some little dumb
That's the
shit.
same shit
Yeah.
with the nigga from
And y'all gotta remember he had his boy with him and she had her girl with him, so he was probably
His
I don't know what
bodyguard. Not his boy, but his
but
bodyguard.
he was probably showing off because he's probably
Yeah,
something.
you know that, dog. You know that.
Remember these
And his boy was probably like, "You gonna let her say that shit, or you gonna let her?"
Hey, that leads to
Exactly.
another point, and that leads to another point. And I hope I'm not jumping off, but I want to jump off because I think we might go into we all on the same boat that this Tory Lane shit was reckless. But that goes to another point of these yes men and shit. Like for you to be in the and you allow that shit, like you know what I'm saying?
That shit too. And dog, I be thinking about shit like that too.
Yeah.
I know niggas would never let me get in no situation like that. Like nothing even close to that shit. Like how that even happen?
First of all,
Like
why
nothing
are you
even close.
driving? Why are you driving? You that popping? Why are you driving to LA? I'm getting
That too.
I'm
And
getting,
you know you're gonna get fucked up. Use the radio host of the year. You know you get the drinks is gonna flow. Like dog, please don't even act like you wasn't.
I'm getting drove everywhere I go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no questions asked.
That's stupid. That's stupid as fuck.
I think that motherfucker got a Rolls Royce.
I hate
Shit.
driving. Who the fuck hate driving? I hate driving. Like I'm gonna pay for you to drive.
I'll drive that
What you talking about, man?
for you. For you, and I don't like driving. I'll drive that shit though. With the umbrella and shit. Have that umbrella wait for you when you get out the car, dog.
No, I'm not driving, bro. I hate driving.
Mm-hmm.
I hate driving.
Yeah, but I would. No, seriously, if I was in the position, I'd definitely pay for somebody to drive me around. It wouldn't be no question.
All day.
Yeah, get fucked up, do whatever you want, chill. God, fall asleep in traffic for real.
I will say, Chris Brown Gucci.
Oh, on what?
Right now?
Off of that, dog. Off of that. Cause he's basically the rap version of Chris Brown, dog.
Oh no, you're talking about
Yeah,
in relation to
but-
that? No.
Ladies
First of all, Riri's like an icon. First of all, hold on. Riri's
Ladies
like an
love
icon.
no,
for real.
no, you hold on. Ladies love Tory Lanez, dog. Ladies love Tory Lanez.
But against Breezy, you talk about Breezy though. Breezy's a fucking
That's what I'm saying.
superstar
That's what I'm
since he was
saying.
like 16.
He didn't committed fucking he might as well have did
Breezy's
murder
that
one.
nigga. I don't
He
care
might
what
as well
anybody
did
says.
murder one.
Who?
He might as well did murder one.
Who?
Breezy way bigger than Tory Lanez.
What do you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might as well wait. He might as well have did murder one. He might
But
as well have
Breezy
did murder one.
apologized.
Exactly. You can't apologize off of
No.
shooting a girl in her goddamn foot.
Don't seem
He
like
was-
this got that stank on him. Like he can't never shake that off.
Who?
None.
Breezy.
Yeah, I know. That's sad. That shit was probably more than 10 years ago.
No. And that boy got hits. And that boy
Shit.
got hits. He got Michael Jackson hits. That boy got hits.
And he can
That
really
boy got
dance.
He
He
was
can really
wild.
fucking
got hit.
dance.
He was wild and though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, whoa,
That boy
whoa.
got
Let's
hit.
take a break. I don't know about Michael Jackson hits yet, but let's.
Nah, that boy got hits. That boy got
He
hits.
got
I ain't gonna
hits.
say Michael Jackson hits, but he got hits.
Yeah, Mike Jack
He got
out there.
hits.
Still down here.
Yeah.
He got hits. He got this nigga Breezy got goddamn
All the hits.
Every
yeah. He got
summer.
hits, dog. He got hits. He got hits.
The
Plus,
catalog really like fucking unlimited damn near. Like the nigga always. When has he not been on the radio? That nigga.
No, seriously. Yo,
Exactly.
his hits be like 8 to 10 months.
exactly.
How old is
He got hits right now.
He's
been on radio since Young Thug. What's the joint with Young Thug? He got the joint right now.
He's always
Exactly. Y'all proving my point. Exactly. And
Yeah,
Tory Lanez
you
can
like
go
that
out here and shoot a girl.
And that wasn't even really the banger off of
Done.
that mixtape they dropped.
Tory
What's your
Lanez
point?
is done. Tory
Tory,
Lanez
what's
is
your
done.
point? What's
That's
your
my
point?
point. That's my point. Tory Lanez is done. Tory Lanez is done.
No, what you saying?
Tory Lanez is done. Y'all can have Tekashi out here and snitching.
Nah, I won't speak that name.
do
Hey,
whatever
we
the
won't speak
fuck-
that name.
Exactly.
speak
That's
that
what
name.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
This
He
is
can do whatever the fuck he want to do out this joint, but Tory Lanez has moved his ass into that lane of the Tekashi lane. He's moved his ass into the Tekashi lane. Nobody's fucking with him. You can't.
yeah.
Two different lanes.
a real
No.
hoe though.
But I don't know. This some whole shit. This nigga shot a girl like.
Exactly. He's in the
Hey.
Tekashi lane. He's in the Tekashi lane.
Hey,
He's the
that's
Tekashi
two
lane.
different
Nobody's
lanes right
not-
now.
What beat
Nigga, ho. Did y'all not see Bun B? He made a video talking about the shit. You got a bunch of other niggas talking about the shit.
This nigga shot a girl for what?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's two different lanes. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's two different lanes. You know what I'm saying? You got Tekashi, who is a entertainer that talks about and glorifies the street life, but he's not really from the street life.
I think that applies to Tory Lanez too, though.
I know, but I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
Tekashi is a nationwide troll. Is a nationwide troll that might make like, you know what I'm saying, songs that sound whatever. He's a hype man or whatever he is. I don't know what he is. I promise you I don't know exactly what he is. But he actually like makes remotely music. And like now he has put his career on suicide watch based on this. Tekashi, it wasn't like he was a street nigga that was making like street nigga moves and street music. He was making like entertainment music that was geared towards like the population or whatever following that he had. It wasn't like he was making it towards like a subset. And so like, yes, he did his thing and he snitched and he continues to snitch and continues to be a nationwide troll. I think he is literally a troll. Like even his hair is a troll fucking dog. But like that's his platform. That's his goal. That's his lane that he is trying to stay with. Tory Lanez was like, you know what I'm saying, like literally trying to make music. And now you have literally just fucked up everything that you want to do. Because not only was he making music for females, he just fucked up that with fucking up with shooting a female. But you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like Tekashi was catering to street niggas. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Tekashi wasn't catering to street niggas when he snitched.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
He's commercial with that shit.
I know his
He was faking. He was faking the whole way around though.
hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Very bad.
Hard.
Like,
Yeah,
Hard.
I think
Because any one of y'all niggas, including myself, any one of y'all niggas can go over there and just breathe your breath on that nigga. He fall over.
What'd you say, Marcus?
Tekashi ain't the first one. I'm talking about Studio Gangster. He ain't
Facts. Facts.
oh my God.
Isn't it like just like so crazy with his shit though? Like when you watch this shit, that's just so like crazy. Like you watch this shit, it's like, what the fuck? Like this shit is like super not real.
Yeah. It's almost movie fictitious. It's like, and it'd be like with a lot of different shit too. Not even just that.
Why is it like that? I just don't understand. Like, whenever we
Why is what like what?
Why is like watching Tekashi 6ix9ine and he's like on all these social medias and like people like him and this nigga's like a fake ass like come on.
Yep.
Mainstream media. Who is pushing the streams?
This shit's crazy.
Who's pushing the streams?
Never liked him. Never liked him like I never liked Game. I never liked Game.
You didn't like Game? Yeah, Game be emotional with that shit.
Let's talk about
it.
Fuck no. I was a 50 Cent fan. I was like, why did you let this nigga? Why did you let this nigga
I
come
want
up
to see
and
this nigga, but like this Tekashi nigga is like it's like so fucking extreme. Like it's so
Exactly. He's more extreme.
so non-believable. It's so non-believable.
Yeah.
You want to say, Marcus?
No, I was just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel like, Tekashi, he was definitely extreme, but you know, like I said, he's not the first one. Like these rap niggas, like even when you say it's like it's not real, it's like, I mean, niggas be making music videos, holding guns in their hands, rented cars in the back, rented women in the front. It's like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit is fake, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit is a show.
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? It's like, Tekashi might be like the most extreme version, but it's all the same shit. It's all the same fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of our favorite rappers have never caught a body in real life that's like 1,000 in bars. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day,
especially battle rap too.
You know,
everything, but especially battle rappers.
That's disrespectful to the game.
The game.
You talking Tekashi?
Yeah,
I mean, but he's a reflection of the people too.
Never liked him.
That nigga was highly supported. So,
but like,
how say about this? The
at what point did people start?
Nipsey said that shit. Remember?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What point did niggas start fucking with Tekashi?
All right, but like back in the day, didn't he feel like everybody had like the same like perspective on like rap music and shit? But now like shit is like so like why we gotta dissect like these fucking fake ass Tekashi niggas?
Mm-hmm.
Like
waste of time.
We knew what to listen to. We knew what
to dissect them.
But I think at the same time, like it was always entertainment value along with it. So like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't listen to fucking D4L and D4L in our cars and D4L and like other fucking dumbass songs and shit. But like them shits got party streams and like now or
on the club.
Party songs and now, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say like
that was a good pull because I couldn't like how would you explain it any other way?
That was D4L. Wow.
I'm sorry.
D4L.
Yeah. Them niggas probably still making songs and still making fucking shit based off of that shit. Even as you think about it, I don't want to discredit Waka Flocka. Sorry, I promise you I don't want to discredit Waka Flocka.
Waka.
Like legit Waka's still touring and going off of them same fucking songs, and he's still, well, not necessarily now, but he was still touring and going overseas with them same fucking songs. Taking all them shits, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but not, it's the difference in between like the quality of the music and the quality of the person.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the talent.
I definitely agree.
We're not going to question Waka, but we're going to for sure question the fucking face tat every day. You know, I'm out here, you know, big feline, big Chanel shoe ass nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
4 foot nigga.
I also want to add to like the era too.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z even said this shit. He said if some of these rappers was rapping back when Biggie and Pac was there, Biggie and Pac would have weeded them out of the damn, you know what I'm saying, the rap industry like the first month. Like it was like a respect thing back then. I don't think it's the same. I think it's just pure entertainment now. Not that people back then wasn't, you know, showing off when they ain't have it too, but I feel like they was actually from the hood back then. You know?
I agree with you, and they made it competitive. Like now, people are just trying to capitalize off the same.
Somebody said these niggas got it too easy.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to get to. That I think the respect level is mostly rooted in because like now people can just pretty much. It's honestly it's the quality of the ear of the consumer, to be real, because it's like niggas know they can just, you know, say any fucking thing on a hard ass beat, you know what I'm saying, and people will buy that shit. But back in the day, it's like you really had to respect the craft. Nowadays you don't have to. You know what I'm saying, I was listening to my cousin when he in high school, and I caught him listening to some shit. It was like fucking your bitch. That's where that shit came from. It was just like no lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It was like no. Like it wasn't making, there was no message. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, nigga, you listen to this. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it came from.
I feel you.
He's like, fucking your bitch, getting this money. Shot 3 niggas. Fucking your bitch. Again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all it was. Nothing.
I feel you.
There was no plot. Nigga was just making statements. You know what I'm saying?
Like bro. My little sister be on TikTok. I be hearing lyrics, and they just be dancing to that shit, like numb to it. I'm like, like Autumn City Girl, little dirty ass fucking plotting scam and shit they be talking about. I'm like, yo, this is like terrible though. like it just be like just a couple bars out of a song, but people be like hooked on that shit.
We had a luxury though, growing up, man. We had a plethora of people to listen to. The
Real
actually,
artists.
we can listen. We can have the gangster shit, and then we had the thoughtful shit. You listening to niggas like what was the nigga? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller.
Yeah, that was a real ass song right there, though.
We had a plethora of niggas to listen to, dog.
Even groups, even down to groups and shit.
Hey,
It's
but at the
all
same
now. Everything is the same now. Everybody is a drug dealer. Everybody is. I'm off the Molly's.
Everybody was a drug dealer.
Exactly. At the same time, I don't think it's necessarily the same. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say. I think it's the same. I think like we might be older and we looking at it like different. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's the same. Like we still have like remotely conscious rappers. Like last week we talked about Vince Staples being a young nigga that's still talking about some shit. It's also some other remotely young niggas that are remotely talking about some shit as opposed to like shooting up and killing and shit. But at the same time, I think it's that clout shit. Like earlier this week, fucking like you niggas are just doing that shit for clout. And like literally like so earlier this week, Lil Yachty posted a picture.
Lil Yacht.
He posted a picture of Lil Baby's chain and was like, yeah, man, I'm glad to see Lil Baby doing well now. But I remember back when Lil Baby was wearing my chains. Like, dog. Like,
yeah, that's some whole shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of clout shit? Like, if you're going to celebrate that man for, like, getting up and getting better chains, celebrate that man for getting up and getting better chains. Don't celebrate that man, but at the same time, try to pull yourself up while you still celebrating that man. Like, at the same, like I'm going to celebrate you, but at the same time, I still got to get my clout in while I'm doing the same shit.
You know why niggas do that? Because they see the other nigga advancing, and the other nigga probably ain't even acknowledging them or nothing like that. Not even in a bad way. They just doing them, and they feel like they owe them something for some reason. Like when you help somebody, niggas think you don't even owe them. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like point blank. Period. Though, that's what's so crazy. But for him to like. I don't want to say the great, but shit on them like that. God damn, these niggas be more pettier than girls.
Yeah.
Nah, that's some whole shit.
Everybody got to be against each other. Everybody got to be a combatants or some shit like that.
Yeah, you gonna slight him?
That's how it's going. That's how it's been out here.
That's the nature of hip hop. Battle rapping, diss records and shit, nigga. That's part of the sport, ain't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's always been a part of the sport, but it's at to a point where it's like, you know, it's crazy. It's like fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's literally about fuck this nigga, fuck him, fuck whatever they doing out there joint. It's like nobody can give support to nobody out there joint because it's like I said, it's always been about the thing. It's like you gotta give some self-gratitude and say I'm out here doing this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's back in the day when we was listening to shit. You know, niggas can collaborate and do their thing and say, yeah, this nigga's doing that or whatever the fuck. But nowadays, dog, it's cutthroat. It's cutthroat.
Corey, man, don't do that because you forgot about Death Row and you forgot about Snoop getting up on fucking whatever the Source Awards, whatever. Like
they did start some shit.
Niggas had beef back then. Like that's how the East Coast shit started. It was the actual beef between rappers and shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we can't be products at the moment just because we.
I agree.
I would say that, but it wasn't to the same extent though.
It was bodies.
No, yeah, that was two major rappers or two cliques, whatever. But now it's everybody like that, dog. Everybody is like that now, dog. Everybody. Unless you're getting on that nigga's track or whatever. Unless I'm paying you some money to get on my track, everybody's like that.
Like
fuck this nigga, I'm balling. That's it. That's it. Fuck these niggas, I'm balling.
Fuck these
niggas, I'm balling.
You gonna have your J. Cole, Kendricks. You gonna have your popular so-called rappers. But everybody outside of niggas is basically on that shit Corey talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like you have to pretty much be like, and you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like you got to kind of build to be on the J. Cole Kendrick status. You got to kind of like build yourself up from like the ground up as a lyrical rapper, get to that status and then maintain that. But like it's not just like you're just gonna be a conscious rapper and then you just Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole overnight. Like that shit just don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can be a big star talking about all that wild shit Corey was just talking about. You can become a big star overnight doing that shit though.
Yeah, you could.
Like for real, has there ever been an overnight success as a conscious rapper? Probably never. I'm talking about like a nigga big star on first album. Because J. Cole and Kendrick, they built their shit from mixtapes all the way up to where they are now. You know
Yeah, and they only really got attention because of their hits and shit. All their hits weren't conscious shit. Yeah.
And remember, J. Cole had a huge following, but it was hard for that nigga to break radio. He had a really hard time like trying to find like, you know, that mainstream song.
That nigga was doing interviews for like years straight too. Like he was just doing straight up interviews.
So yeah, I think if we put it in that context, yes, it's the mainstream is always going to praise the niggas putting out the ignorant shit. It's kind of always been like that. Been like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have a large enough following where they have no choice but to respect it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the only way you can catch this nigga and get to the radio.
For example, Chance.
Yeah,
even still, he started off. He wasn't as I don't necessarily know if he's conscious, woke, whatever, but he wasn't as he is now, as put together. I'll say as put together as he is now, because you had the acid rap and you had the 10-day mixtape, whatever the fuck it was.
But even within that, Alex, even at the so-called like, because he was on that drug shit, but it was still on some like consciousness, drugs, different, level of awareness type shit. So it was still like looked in the same light. You know what I'm saying? It was,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, that's just, I guess that's the reality of the shit that we live in. You know, and back in the day, you would have conscious songs on the radio. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to be like a megastar to have a conscious type song.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like Tupac did. Tupac. But like even like the Fugees and all that shit, like all them niggas, Tribe Called Quest, them songs was on the radio.
Yeah.
Even before that, dog. You had niggas out there showing just
Run DMC.
Yeah, Run DMC was out here.
It's because Death Row did that shit, man. Death Row popularized that gangster shit, and then
I know y'all remember. What was it going?
Imitating, and it would just water down every fucking thing. You know.
I know y'all niggas remember Mr. Window, yeah. Come on, dog. Tell me, niggas just coming out of the woodwork. Come on, dog. It's like it's none of that is going on now, dog.
Turn the radio off in the car when that song come on. You know what I'm saying? You that shit.
What song?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development, dog. They had some tracks, dog. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
What was the other joint? Hey, Corey, what was the other one? There was another song that was even bigger than that. Like their biggest hit.
Corey, do they sing it?
It was a part.
They sing Tennessee.
What was it?
Shit.
It was a song. Girl started rapping in like some little African language or some shit at one part, and like y'all remember that shit?
It wasn't the joint.
In the video, the dude was like,
"Is it Tennessee?"
Was that the joint?
Ladies, I had to. Y'all remember that song? I'm about to look that shit up, man.
Yeah, look that.
All I gotta do is type.
I probably remember when she said.
Oh, Tennessee. That joint
Tennessee to
And y'all been
saying
that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know what y'all talking
dog,
about.
They don't have no shit like that no more, dog.
That video.
There's no like we had a buffet, as niggas would say. We had a buffet of niggas to listen to, dog. We had a buffet. But now everybody is saying the same shit.
Hey Corey, but look, everything you're saying right now, but listen to what you're saying. Everything you right now explains why we got it to Tekashi 6ix9ine. And what did if y'all ever listen to this nigga say out his mouth, what he say? People love that gangster shit. I give it to them because that's what they want. People love that gangster shit. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? As soon as Death Row started that shit, and then we got Tekashi 6ix9ine. He a child of Death Row, whether you want to accept it or not. When that gangster shit got commercialized, then you got brought in fake ass niggas. Because now you got niggas like, so if I act like this, I can make a lot of money, popularity, and respect. Shit, might as well do it. Like, come on, why not? You know?
Especially if I get a brick brother that say I'm from
might as well snitch on a nigga because I got security for a lifetime. I might as well snitch on a nigga.
What? No, even before we get to that, because the nigga's not from the street, so he don't necessarily even follow the snitch code, and you know what I'm saying, he don't follow the street code.
Supposedly he came up from a very good well-bringing.
Even being from the so-called streets aspect, you can be from the hood and not be a street dude at all. You know what I'm saying? But some of these niggas be from the hood and never was fucking active. But then they'll be like, oh, I'm from Dade County. I'm from fucking whatever the worst neighborhood is in America. And then we'd be like, oh, he's from that neighborhood. He a real ass nigga. Like,
exactly.
Ask those niggas around and see what they say about. You see what I'm saying?
Especially if you got somebody. Especially if you got somebody from that neighborhood that can, you know what I'm saying, that can co-sign you. I'll say that like, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, he is from.
Like imagine that. Just imagine. Let's just put it in this perspective. Imagine you just a young kid from fucking, I don't know, what's like a rough ass city, fucking Detroit or some shit. I don't know. You a kid from Detroit, you be like, nigga, that's already like I got a foot in the door as a rapper. Because I would just say I'm from Detroit, niggas gonna think I'm real. It's just that.
It just don't make sense to me though, because I mean we came up on that Dipset shit. Snitches get stitches. It's like, what are you doing out here, my nigga? What are you doing out here? Why are you still popular? It shouldn't be nobody fucking with this nigga. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't.
It's not for me to understand though.
I feel like that nigga's done. I don't think nobody.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's
not.
Not.
Really, you know
that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not for me to understand because I'm grown.
I'm grown. You on a whole nother frequency. That's
grown. And that's why I understand niggas. Niggas was dissing the whole WAP joint with the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion shit, and I was like, yeah, I understand that shit because I'm grown now. You know what I'm saying? When we get old, when you get older, my nigga, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to get more wiser and more educated and shit like that. It's like, why are you still doing the same? Why are you still doing the same shit? Why are you still
doing that song, man? That song's crazy too.
Yeah, that shit is fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. If you're
the worst programming ever. Because you know what's fucked up about the song, like chicks that like you gonna go out one day and they gonna play that shit. So
if anybody in here that has a daughter and
even that
champs that song is like, you're fucking crazy. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Listen,
I feel like you was about to make a point.
Oh no, I was gonna say it be fucking up other women, dog. Like for real, like say, like the women that fake like they about that shit really be concerned when that song comes on and it's hoes really about that and they ain't around their nigga or something. Say when the clubs and shit start opening back up, they gonna be so worried about fucking WAP coming on and what hoes is showing out because they probably think these hoes is really about that shit. And then it's like push a nigga in the predicament and we don't even ask for no shit like that. It's like, damn, these hoes is gonna be showing out for my nigga. So, but they at the same time love that ignorant shit, fuel the shit, but be like concerned on the other side of the spectrum. It's fucked up.
When you're a grown person, it's a different story.
Dog. They be encouraging that shit, but let like them be away from a nigga that they really fuck with, and that shit come. Say that shit come on at a pool party. Like, nigga, you on the phone with a chick. I gotta go real quick. They go, oh, you must have been fucking bitches in the bathroom. Because they already know that song comes on. Whatever hoe is with that song is with whatever the fuck. No moral.
Basically saying females be worried when that song, if they're not with their man and that song come on because they know girls going to be showing out.
I'm just saying, it definitely plants insecurity. I think it does.
Look. When you're grown, it's a totally different story, man. It's like
I
you're supposed to
disagree.
grow up. You're supposed to grow up, man. It's like
You are, but
I disagree, young. Because
come on, man.
once again, we talk about women, we talk about people that code switch. So like the same way we can, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we listen or we hear the different lyrics and shit that go on for like, you know what I'm saying? Like trap music and different things. Like we are able to code switch and know that shit is like, okay, that shit is acceptable when I am at home. And I think Paul made the point like last week or whenever it was like, yes, you make the effort and you know like that song is a terrible song to be listening to when you're in the car with your kids. However, if you're at home with your wife or you're at home with your husband or as grown adults, like that song isn't nothing wrong with that song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wet ass pussy, like it's nothing wrong with that song. Like granted, it's a harsh ass song, but it's a song made for adults. Yes, when it is pushed on the mainstream media and when it's pushed for everybody, the consumers, that's when it's a problem. But as adults, yeah, but as adults, like
I disagree with that. Though.
I don't think nobody.
I disagree with
an
that.
issue with that shit because there's probably some worse than that shit. I'm talking about as far as it being pushed on the mainstream media, where it's like making it easy for the consciousness of children to be aware of.
Oh,
That's when
yeah.
it becomes an issue.
Look, hold on. I disagree with that. It was made for adults. I disagree with that. Because when did you hear Slub on My Knob, like Corn on the Cob? When did you hear that shit?
when I was
in high school. In high school. I disagree that fucking WAP shit was made for adults. It's made for teenagers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's made for young
motherfuckers.
Yeah, look at the target
I disagree. I totally disagree.
A lot of times, a lot of times what they'll do is because I mean this happens in society all the time because we as adults, you know, we be thinking like, okay, I'm a grown, I have my own mind, So it'll be some bullshit that get like, you know, pushed out in society, and you'll look at it from adult perspective, like, oh, I'm an adult, I can handle this, but not thinking from a perspective that this is still actively the children.
As a young nigga,
we as adults, honestly, we kind of actually open that door for it to be accessible to kids because we're not thinking about them. We're thinking about how it relates.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think that actually is an issue. Like we as adults, we do accept a lot of shit because we're only looking at it from our perspective. You know,
because we're adults. We're adults, and we think that okay, all right, fine. We think other adults will know what the fuck they're supposed to do, but they're actually gearing this shit for teenagers.
Yeah, and then act like we don't know that, like they know what's going on, man. They step up all that shit. Like I said, teens, youngins, they have access to so much more shit than we did when we were younger. Like, come on, man.
And not even just that. I agree with what you're saying, Phil. And then even to add on top of that, I would say that all of the main programming that we got hit with already happened when we was in our formative years, right? So like now all the shit that's on TV, we thinking that's like playing to us as adults, but what they're really doing is training up the next generation. We already done. They already did what they wanted to do.
And the question is, my question is the millions of views that video got on YouTube or whatever the fuck. The millions of views that it got. Do you think it was adults, or do you think it was niggas in their 30s and 40s and 50s that was watching that shit?
Honestly, I've not watched the whole video all the way through. I probably watched maybe like the first few seconds, and then I just moved. I just wanted to see what it was about. Then I never watched that whole shit.
Exactly.
Even that shit had the serpent shit
that
in
video
it, had the
one
snakes
time.
and all that shit. Had
One time.
Had all that.
So you think
don't think it's don't think it's not gonna be a bunch of little girls out here doing the little tongue thing and shit and all that shit or whatever the fuck. That shit is not for adults. That shit is not for adults. That shit is to get money off these little young folks, little young girls and boys out this joint. You know, it's like, nah, man.
I think it's to get both, but at the same time, because even still, as you think about it, like yes, there is like and to your point, there is like a little WAP challenge now, whereas though like you can impose your face on to the.
Who's doing the WAP challenge though?
Let me finish, motherfucker.
Who's doing the WAP challenge? Who? Ain't no grown motherfuckers in this house doing no goddamn WAP challenge.
You talking about your house
over there? Come on, man.
Corey, you talking about your house, but it's still grown ass women. I've seen grown ass women that's doing the WAP challenge, that's putting their
real talk.
imposing their face.
And that's shitty. And that's shitty.
What?
Nah,
I
I've
don't.
seen it too.
Shitty. That's shitty. That makes no fucking no. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. You're as an adult.
Like
You're supposed to. You're supposed to progress, dog. You're supposed to progress. You're supposed to, as he's not here right now, but as Brian put the shit in the chat a couple of times or whatever. When men are, you know what I'm saying, when you become a man, you're supposed to put away them toys. And then put away them toys and become men and shit, or whatever the fuck the shit is, whatever you said.
Hey, Corey.
Like, come on, man, grow up, man. It's like grow up. What do y'all? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, Corey,
don't make sense.
You know, by like by values and like definition, you like fit on the same lines of like what like Trump be talking.
Nah, Trump ain't talking about shit, man.
Hey, Corey, conservative and don't realize it.
He do.
Hey, but look,
I ain't gonna lie. I am conservative. I am conservative.
Listen to everything he says. He just don't know. I listen to everything he says. Corey, I agree with a lot.
But don't say it's Trump or no shit like that, dog. Because he's out here doing whatever the fuck he's out here trying to get a vote.
It's the same
thing. He's out here trying to get a vote. It ain't about to be conservative. It ain't about being conservative. He's out here trying to get a vote.
You man.
Hey, but look. Look, the speak on that though is see, I don't know. When I say conservative, I wasn't talking about in party lines. I'm talking about just your overall outlook. You're more conservative than liberal. You're in your outlook on life. I'm not talking about party. I'm not talking about that. But what I will say, as far as that thing is, like when Alex, you say that's like for both of us, like it's for adults and kids, because we've kind of been programmed to accept that type of shit because they was hitting us with the Shake It Fast and Big Pimpin' videos. So of course we already prime. We see why we like, give me more, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then the kids in the background, they like, well, mom and dad, fine. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's like you can't come out here and hit on Nelly with the what was it, BET Uncut joint. He's swiping a credit card through a girl's ass.
Tip drill.
You can't come out and hit on the tip drill joint and then
don't ask me how I know that.
Be happy about this shit with the fucking what's her name? I forget her name. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion shit. They was hating on Nelly hard as shit. You can't say he's subjective to women and objective to women, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then come out here and that's the thing though. They'll hate on this nigga for doing that shit to women, and then they come out here and be popping everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, man. We can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. It don't make no sense.
So
I agree. It's like in one voice, in one breath is I don't want to be degraded, but in the next breath it's like, but I'll degrade you. You know,
right? Exactly. You can't be mad at Rick Ross for saying I popped a Molly in her. I put a Molly in her drink and she ain't even know it. And then you got Cardi B talking about, I'm drugging these niggas and I'm robbing these motherfuckers.
And getting them raped by trannies.
Like, what the
fuck? Getting them raped by trannies. You forget that part.
Exactly. What the fuck, man? It don't make no sense. So
you crossed the line with that. She crossed the line.
But they're not saying shit. That's my whole point. It's like, come on, man. Y'all can't be talking shit. Y'all can't be talking shit out here. Either we gonna have some lawlessness out this motherfucker, or we not gonna have no lawlessness out there.
It's about to be that though, man. You see, it's going towards that shit. People losing their fucking mind.
Shit. I literally see that shit when I see this motherfucking this white dude shoot these motherfuckers up, and he just walked down. He just walked down the street with his hands up.
With a rifle. Fight good.
I was like, what the fuck? That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I don't believe that shit either though. Like,
it wasn't the thing about it. It wasn't like it was like no porn or no smut joint. You know what I'm saying? It it was like some real shit. It wasn't no acted out shit. This nigga literally shot these motherfuckers up and just walked down the motherfucking street, and nobody locked his ass up, dog. That is the craziest shit I've ever
Nobody
seen.
even tried to like stop him, no nothing, no hero shit, no nothing.
No, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, and I guarantee that's the craziest shit y'all will ever see.
Wow.
I don't want to say nobody tried to stop him because they did try to stop him, and that's when he shot 2 more people.
Oh yeah, and they shot his ass. They shot them niggas. He shot them niggas' asses up.
That's what I'm saying. No, I just want to clarify because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we say,
My bad.
Nobody else.
That's my bad too.
My bad.
People tried to stop him.
Up.
People tried to stop him. He ended up shooting and letting off.
The regular people got shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then they allowed the cops and people like that allowed him to walk and
yeah, that's what I meant to say.
His civic duty.
That's unspeakable. That is unspeakable. I have never seen no shit like that ever in my life, dog. Unless it was in a goddamn movie, dog. Unless it was a fucking movie. That shit is crazy. This nigga just shot up multiple people, and just walked down the fucking street with his hands up, and he just walked on past.
So the even more crazier part about it is, like, literally, like the lead up to it, and I don't know. Once again, I promise you, I'm trying not to give too much validity to it, but like they're in a shopping center before. I think it's before. They're in a shopping center before where it's all boarded up and shit, and it's a whole bunch of people with guns, and bulletproof vests and military vests and everything like that. And it's
what you mean by a bunch of people? Just regular people, or
no, bunch of colonizers and white people, literally with guns and bulletproof vests and everything like that, and a boarded up, I'll say, like strip parking lot mall or whatever, strip mall or whatever. They're talking to the cops, and as they're talking to the cops are literally like, go home. They're over the bullhorn. It's three tanks, 3 sheriff tanks. They're like, go home. Like it's after curfew. Go home. You're not supposed to be out here. Blah blah blah. But literally, and like, we're then there's like, we're gonna give you guys water. They throw water to the dude, to the shooter. They throw water to the dude, and then say, go home. But like, hypothetically speaking, if that was like, and we've been at, I'll just go to College Park, and we've been at College Park when there have been like games and like the riots, or not even riots, like parties, and like it'd be a shitload of people, and like literally they're not going to disperse everybody. I mean, they're not going to leave until everybody is dispersed. But in this occasion, with white people with guns and everything out after curfew, there's no problem with them. They're going to throw water and tell them to leave, but at the same time, they're going to allow them to stay. Like, it was literally, to me, looking at it, it was literally like, all right, bet. I'm going to give you guys water. I'm going to tell you guys that you guys shouldn't be here, but I did my duty and I'm leaving and I'm going to go home now. I'm going to throw up the deuces. I'm going to keep driving by. Like, like if it was anybody else, if it was any other group of people, you're not going to stay. I mean, you're not going to leave until that group disperses. And that was like one of the craziest shits I've ever seen. Like, because they told them like to leave, but at the same time, they didn't make them leave. So it was just like weird as
good water.
Something all right. I only seen one time when they shot beanbags out in Maryland. You know, only one time when they had them beanbag guns going on.
And everybody leave, right?
Yeah, niggas got the fuck up out of that joint. White folks and everybody. White folks and everybody got the fuck up out of it when they got them beanbags hit on their ass. So
yeah, that's hurt.
This one talking about this shit is, like I said, this shit is fucking phenomenal. I ain't never seen no shit like this. Never seen no shit like this.
It's what, Corey?
Phenomenal, dog. Phenomenal, dog. Phenomenal, dog. It's ridiculous, dog. It's ridiculous. I ain't never seen nobody. And dog, no police officer thought, oh yeah, let me pick up my gun.
Exactly. They know me deep as fuck. Kevlar'd up.
Hey. Yeah, they Kevlar'd up. Uniform,
yeah, like what the fuck is that?
Hey, but nobody. That white privilege is ridiculous. It's ugly. That white
Really
people
good
is
Why
joke.
y'all think
stupid.
it's like mastermind?
Huh?
Why y'all think it's mastermind? How it be looking so obvious? If it looks so
That
obvious,
makes sense.
why y'all think it's generated?
What are you talking about?
You think you saying
It's really generated.
why it can't be, why it's not general and it might have been thought out or whatever?
Yeah. Ain't it obvious?
That makes sense. Then I'm gonna have to
Wait,
say,
I'm
I know
trying to
y'all
figure
seen
out what
that
y'all
video
talking.
I posted. Yes, you seen the video I posted where the black dude shot the little white boy in his head or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like
When you talking about
Like a little
earlier.
5-year-old. He was like a little 5-year-old and he just shot.
Oh,
If
yeah.
anything,
That was like last
then
week.
if anything, niggas are trying to start a race war. If anything, niggas are
All
trying
right,
to
but
start
all
a
right,
race
look,
war.
but if that was the case,
For
don't
real,
you think
for real.
that story would have been a mainstream story? Don't you think that would have been all over the news if they're trying to start a race war? Don't you think that story would be widespread to make sure that all white eyes will see that and be outraged?
Yeah.
No,
Because I didn't see that. I never heard anything
no,
about that
no.
until you.
I only
No,
saw it like social media.
I don't. That's the point. That's the
Yeah,
point.
it's
That's
all
the
over
point.
social media.
That's the point. They don't want it to be widespread because they want the white folks who are with their guns and arms and all that shit or whatever the fuck to say that, oh, why didn't they say this shit was why didn't they put this on the news and all that other shit or whatever the fuck. So now we need to mask up, and because we tired of these niggas out here doing that dumb shit or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. We need to protect our country and our neighborhood or whatever the fuck. I think that would be the point of not actually making it mass media or whatever the fuck. Just so they can come out here and say, yeah, we're gonna fuck these niggas up, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas already know. Marcus already know. They already got us. They already got the black folks. We already on that string. You know, they can pull us on that string any day, anytime. Anytime somebody gets shot up, let's go.
What are you talking about?
Let's go ahead and
What?
protest. Let's go ahead and protest and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, who got? I'm trying to figure out the string you're talking about. Who's on the string? What are you talking about?
The black folks is on the string, dog.
He said,
Like y'all be saying, dog. We on the
well, I
string.
mean, in context of
Anytime something happens in
like,
our
who
neighborhood, we be ready to protest and that be it. That be it. That be it. That be it. And that's what I was saying about the black dude who shot the little white boy in the head and shit. I was like, damn, he might be really trying to. We haven't heard anything about it afterwards anyway, but I was like, damn, he might be trying to really start like a race riot or some shit out there.
But Corey, I think two things. So the first thing is the reason we don't hear anything about it is because the dude has been locked up and like it's a fucked up situation. The 5-year-old was killed, and he was done extremely
stupid, dog.
He was done extremely dirty, and it should never ever happen. But the black dude was locked up within the next day, within the next couple of hours, and that family sees. And granted, it's not, you know what I'm saying, it's nowhere near like having your child back. It's nowhere near having your family member back. It's nowhere near having something like that. But they're able to see that human being is being served justice. I mean, like justice is being remotely served. Like I once again, there's no way you can ever, you know what I'm saying, take away or give me back my child or give me back my family member or give me back anybody that has been taken away from me. But justice has remotely been served because that person is locked up and that person is about to be serving their time or is serving their time or whatever the case may be for that occurrence. The difference is like where the unrest and the civil unrest comes with black people is we don't necessarily see the same results. Like, so yes, we have the video footage and I don't believe there's video footage of the white boy being killed, but we have video footage of plenty of black people being murdered on camera by police officers and non-police officers. Whereas though the police, I mean, the people, the black person is not actually, I mean, the black family is never able to receive justice. The black family is never able to see the person who killed their person. I mean, they killed their friend, they killed their loved one, incarcerated or able to see them serve time for their heinous actions. And then also, you talk about like the black people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But wait, I agree with
no. Let me finish. You talk about the black people
get to
also being able to be on a string and instill fear in, and you know what I'm saying, ready to protest about different things. Right now at the Republican National Convention, like literally, sorry, I don't want to say literally because I'll be speaking too broad. A lot of some of the portion that they're speaking about is instilling fear in the white person as well. Whereas though they're talking about like, oh, the Democrats are coming in to take your guns, they're coming in to give their country back. They literally have said this in the RNC where they're talking about the MS-13 is coming to move in next door to you, and they're coming to take your guns away and different things. Like this is the narrative they're pushing as well. So it's like it's not just like they're pushing it for the Democrats or for the black people. Like the narrative that is being in our society is that fear is overcoming us, and like the only way we can do the only way we can go away about removing our fear is to vote for our political party, and our political party suits our best interest and suits our country as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like better in our community as the United States and being united in our front. So that's
fear-based society.
So it's fucking stupid.
And they
was running that same game
on both sides.
Obama, dog, and that shit.
So
nobody guns away. Nobody take nobody guns away. Nobody take nobody guns away. And
This shit,
they still running that same.
what you talking about, Phil? This shit that's going on with us, man. This is probably how they was fucking running. Just like a game. It's like, nigga, how you know they wasn't running fucking ancient Greece with the same philosophy? And we
dog. Fear is the ultimate, fear is like the ultimate fight. You can't.
But what they say that the empire fell from within.
So that lets you know that there's a certain formula that elites use to control the society. So it's like, even for us to play into that game, it makes us pawns. You know what I'm saying? That means that we are actually strengthening that same game that they playing. Like, it's like, it won't be a game. It's a game because we participate in it. You know what I mean?
And that's how they control the narrative.
Literally, I guarantee you can read books about ancient civilizations and shit, and like it don't matter what part of the fucking globe, they can tell you like, oh, this is a game that we play to manipulate in our society, and the same shit niggas was doing in China.
And you always notice they gotta get us by the masses though, man. They need those numbers.
But Marcus, the key word you used was formula. Math is universal, dog.
Them humans, them niggas back in the day that was getting controlled by the elites in they society, they're using the same formula these niggas using that. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
That's how the powerful stay in power and shit, because they don't pass that knowledge on to.
And it's easier to program us. All you gotta do is just force feed us that shit. It's in so many areas, dog. Like you're saying, all type of symbolism, all this shit. Like even colors, they call it ideographic cybernetics, dog. It's supposed to put you in certain moods, all types of shit.
Yo, you heard that word? That nigga say that again.
Hold on.
It's ideographic cybernetics. It's colors and shapes. They use it for like cartoons and shit.
This boy
like
passing
babies
the
and all
SAT.
that. Yeah, man. They program you early. That ain't even words yet. That's just shapes and colors. Yeah. Tip ain't teach me that shit.
Everybody, we were aware that. But everything you're speaking on is speaking on manipulation, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That basically right. So it's like at the day, but if we were aware that we were being manipulated, then this shit wouldn't be working. Like there has to be. If there's elites in society, that means somebody's being manipulated. You can't have elites in society
but that's the whole,
and nobody's getting manipulated.
You notice how like people that are in fear like to be under that type of control. Like you ever talk to like your grandparents and shit, they'll never come up off the same way of thinking forever. Yeah. So it's like, you gotta make that choice too.
Yeah, Marcus, I disagree with that. I disagree with what you said. Yeah, I would have to agree with Phil because you already know. If niggas are living good,
we did the same thing.
Turn that blind eye.
like strengthening each other's points, and this nigga said, "Nah, I disagree with you, Marcus. We was on the same page."
I disagree.
We definitely just said that we built on the same thing, though. We did, though.
The only thing Phil said was a fucking big ass acronym, a big ass name and shit.
Nah, no. I disagree. I thought I heard a disagreement. Huh?
No, we just
He was like, "Nah."
We started talking about the fear first. I don't know who mentioned that first. Oh yeah, because I was talking about the political campaigns and how like they were programming people, telling them about the MS-13s and gangs, trying to scare them into to control their narrative for real. And that'd be how
Ain't that what
That's
the same shit Hitler was doing, because wasn't he like
Propaganda.
That's how I guess it in that society enabled the Jews to get put away because they was being demonized in society or some shit like that. It was like the same thing, like the Jews are going to do this and take that. I mean, I don't know exactly, but it was something in that ballpark. It was like causing separation in society, which like enabled the Jews to go through what they went through and shit.
You know, a video I seen today.
The paper on that nigga.
They have like some like ancient artifacts in Ohio, and it was written in Hebrew, but they said it was like Native American land, but it was written in Hebrew, and they like translated it back to like Israel, and it was the same. Like, how'd that work out? I seen that shit today.
I didn't see that.
They got a spot in Ohio called Egypt too.
I don't see that.
I'm trying to get the mounds and the pyramids and all that.
Yeah, they found like I think they found like a fossil there not too long ago or some shit.
No, speaking of Egypt, they found like supposedly they found a bunch of Egyptian artifacts in like the Grand Canyons and all that.
Yeah, that was a little while ago. Yeah.
But they want to say black people wasn't here and shit.
No, we were though, because that like even if you think about that shit, we were like.
I don't know.
But that Hebrew shit, like there's no denying that shit, because like they try to say Native Americans were here before anybody, and they like, you know, that's their standard, and then they try to say whatever
that's what I'm talking about. They're not gonna shit on the Jewish people. They're not gonna shit on Jewish people.
I'm saying that they're basically saying they found Native American artifacts that had Hebrew in it, and then they translated to some like Hebrew shit, you know, and you know.
When was this, Randall? When did this happen?
Very recent.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to like, shit on you or nothing like that. I'm just asking like recent. When was this? Because I know all y'all seen the little joint where they had the oldest the fossils or human remains found in America was like a black woman. I forgot what the name was. I forgot what they called her or whatever the fuck.
It's so weird.
You know what I'm talking about?
And this goes to the conversation we had where we all know our Native American lineage, but we don't know our like slave lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw something too.
Because they said we was already here, dog. We was already here.
Slaves were already here for real. And, like,
a lot of us, anyway. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of us was already here.
Yeah, and like became enslaved, and then like whatever portion they brought from overseas and shit wasn't as big of a number as they like claim.
Yeah, because only we weren't even the biggest. We was like it was like a million slaves that were brought over here, and I think the most in the Americas was like Brazil, South America type areas. Where the fact where most of the slaves were brought. It was only 1 million or so that came over to North America anyways and shit.
Yeah, they said we were already here.
Brazil has the biggest quote unquote black population in the world, like, you know what I'm saying, in Brazil, you know.
Yep. Exactly. After Africa.
It's so funny, like it's like where's that? Like we're not even the majority of black people ain't even in America. Like where they representation at? Like why we ain't here?
Exactly.
That be fucking me up.
I would love to hear from them. Hear what it's like to be in Brazil, being black in Brazil. Like I would like to.
But that's what makes me think like every race has fucking black in it too. Like when I be hearing shit like that.
Well, we was the first folks.
Yeah,
God,
and we were like, where's it stop?
If you believe in God, God don't make mistakes. That's where civilization started in Africa.
We was everywhere. I don't see where we weren't at. Even fucking Antarctica, I feel like some storyline we was up there too.
Yeah. God don't make no mistakes, dog. If you believe in God, God don't make mistakes.
And they say God is
everything started in Africa.
You said what, Corey? What's the last thing you said?
No, I was saying if everything started in Africa, if civilization as we know it anyway started in Africa, God don't make no mistakes.
It said Atlantis was South America.
You can't have these white folks out here taking over Egyptian shit and saying we was here and we you know what I'm saying? It's like it don't make no sense. I be seeing videos on YouTube talking about Egyptians weren't black and all that type of shit or whatever. It's like
I think the Egyptians were like real talk. I think it was like alien shit, and then like
that's possible.
Yeah,
but
I want to say like integrated with black people or some type shit. I don't think it was
alien shit though. With the alien shit, I want to say that they're trying to take it. That's white folks trying to take away from black culture.
When they speak about even like the artifacts and stuff, they talk about like teleportation and different shit, man. Like it ain't just like black people wasn't just. I don't believe they just up and doing that shit out of nowhere. I don't think they knew how to express what they were seeing. Like it wasn't coming from human beings.
All right, so a question on that Egyptian shit, right? Because like I know like sometimes people are like, are we African American, whatever you want to call it, right? So Africa is a continent, so you got made with you know countries, right? So it's like we'll say Egypt is our culture, right? But there's so many other countries in Africa. It's like, how do you even know that you have any lineage to Egypt at all, other than the fact that it's just in the continent of Africa? Like you might be of Nigerian descent, might be from Sudan, you might be from Zimbabwe. Like I'm just throwing random countries out there. But the point I'm trying to make is like, why do we attach ourselves to Egypt? And not just that, right? And I'm not even saying we shouldn't. I'm just posing the question. And not just that, even on top of that, if a lot of us also claim to say we're the Hebrews, right? But weren't the Hebrews enslaved by the Egyptians? So how you both? You know what I'm saying? You got people who claim to be Hebrew and Egyptian at the same time.
I say that because they don't want to teach that shit in Western culturalization or whatever. They want to they don't want to teach that black people were great and shit. They'll give you the Egypt or whatever. They want to talk about the Kingdom of Mali or you know Ghana, the Ghana Empire or whatever in Africa and shit. They don't want to talk about none of that other shit. We can talk about Egypt because it's right now it's being ran by I guess you can say some fucking Arabs or whatever the fuck after the fact that it was fucking black folks over there joint. After the fact that it was black folks over there trying to run the shit. It was originally Originally it was Kemet. It wasn't Egypt or Africa, none of that shit. It was Kemet.
I'm talking about socially amongst us as black people. I'm not even like there's no white soul that exists in anything that I'm speaking on right now. I'm literally saying like, why do us as black people amongst each other? Like a lot of us will claim Egypt, will claim Hebrew, even though the Hebrews were enslaved by the Egyptians. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm really asking the question
because they don't know the history. That's why I said Kemet. They don't know nothing about no Kemet or no shit like that. Africa was originally not called Africa. The only reason why it's called Africa because it was conquered by what was it? Africanus or whatever, some Greek. Yeah. I forgot his name. Africa Scipio or some shit like that. I forgot his name.
I do agree with that because I feel like when you live on the land and whatever your country is your country, you would identify with that. You don't identify with the continent. You don't even know what the fuck is out there. Like if you live in the middle of the continent of Africa, whatever, just on some random fucking country, I don't know. Just to say you live in Zimbabwe, you don't know like at the tip of Africa, you know what niggas is living like and what they doing out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
you're right though.
Like you only identify with people that you know. You like you don't think about Africa. You only think
this chick I know just told me a story about that. She went to Africa last year. She Mexican, but she was saying like they never even heard of a Mexican over there. Like never seen one like that. Fuck them up. And she like a curvy one. Like you know what I mean. So this thing she's some type of queen and shit. She was telling me this. I was like, but that kind of makes if you ain't never seen no shit like that. It kind of do. That's why I'm saying like some of the stories that you hear about Egyptians and all that. Like if you never seen no shit like that, how would you describe that? Like
that's why they
call
it
translate
history.
Over thousands of years. That shit hard.
That's why they call it history, dog. His story, dog. His story. Whoever is winning at the end of the day, he gonna tell
some of that shit's real though. I don't think all that shit's made up. Yeah.
But it's funny though because if you really think about that, I guarantee you, in almost all civilization, like there's probably been some great kings that existed who fucking memory got erased from the books that we'll never know ever existed because his enemy conquered it and was like, I don't even want people to know this nigga ever existed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you the nigga in power, of course you're gonna control the narrative. I don't even think that's the issue of good or bad or evil. I think the niggas in power are always going to try to control the narrative, and I think that's damn near human nature. I think any group in power is going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how you maintain.
It's a human thing.
No, it's like this. It's like even if you have children, if you want to make sure that your children's children is good, you're gonna try to maintain power. You ain't really thinking about making it fair for niggas from other tribes. You're not really thinking like that.
Oh yeah, for your own benefit. I definitely agree about that. I definitely agree. Especially back in them times, I know that shit was straight savagery on some levels.
That's what we know. That's what we know. But it's shit. We dealing with savagery right now, nigga.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, we in those times, dog. We in biblical times for real. Like the shit.
We just got the technology right now over here to call
technology back in the day, though.
Savagery.
Yeah. And that Tenet come out, I think this Friday, or is it next Friday?
Where they releasing it? Where they releasing it?
Well,
I can't fuck with it if I can't watch it. IMAX. Like,
yeah,
are they releasing it? Are theaters open again?
It's something that opened like last week out here. The AMC's.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah, but they don't have IMAX.
So it's coming out in theaters.
Yeah. It's coming out in theaters on Friday, I believe.
Said only in theaters.
They do have IMAX on my phone.
I want to see that, child.
I do too.
I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it on my motherfucking on my little
Nah, don't bootleg it, man. You gotta get the experience of that one.
IMAX.
Yeah, it's worth it. It'll be worth that money too.
That's what they made it for.
Yep,
Man,
get that sound.
I got a little baby. My boy turning 1 tomorrow. Matter of fact, is it 12 o'clock yet? He 1. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. He 12. I mean, I'm sorry. He's 1.
Congratulations.
He's 1.
And dancing.
Yeah. I can't be wrong out there.
Hey man, that was a fast year.
I know. That's what I was telling these niggas in the before we got on this joint. It's been a quick ass year, dog.
Yeah.
Quick ass year.
Are you
Hey,
fat yet?
Quick ass year.
You got your dad bod popping yet?
Shit, boy. That shit been popping. That shit been popping before he got here.
Yeah, that's when you get the dad bod when she pregnant.
Shit, boy. I need to get rid of this shit. I can't wait to get rid of this shit. God damn. I need more time. I need more time. I need more time.
Hey, so I know the what's it called? They just did the NBA draft lottery. What was y'all thoughts on that? If you had the first pick, who would you take out? I guess there's really three guys in that conversation. So I mean, who do you think? And for real, who do you even think just came up the most overall? Like just y'all overall outlook on the NBA draft lottery and the direction of it.
The Warriors came up the most.
How Golden State get that high pick? Like, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Ridiculous.
The Warriors came up the most, hands down. Like that's the definition of like tanking for whatever. Yeah, them niggas.
How does I'm ignorant to the shit. How does the fucking lottery even work? How does it work?
That shit is a shame now because they don't even show the ball no more. Like, so these joints is already pre-selected. Like, I don't know how you could, like, they don't even show this shit on TV no more.
I be trying to figure out the NBA lottery. It's like, it's not, because I'm an NFL nigga. I love football to death, dog. It's like,
we know.
If you're the shittiest squad or whatever, yeah, you get the first pick or whatever the fuck. It's like, I don't understand this NBA lottery shit. It does not make no sense. It don't make no sense to me. It makes no sense.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a chance situation, whereas though, because I mean it makes sense theoretically, you know what I'm saying, whereas though it's a chance situation, whereas though, because they had NBA teams that was literally tanking and like bullshitting around and getting the first pick year after year. I think it was the Cavs that got a first pick like 3 out of 4 years or 2 out of 3, something like that. But
listen though, it doesn't make sense if there's people that can say they're literally they'll say that these guys have a certain percentage of getting the first round pick or whatever. How the fuck do you say that it's fair or whatever? And there's people out here talking about this.
The Cavs won the first round pick, like the first overall pick in like 5 years. That shit's crazy.
It don't make no sense. It makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. It's theoretically it makes sense because like in the NFL you have people that tank and you know what I'm saying, like yes, you have people that tank and then they end up getting the first pick, but then it's based off of the strength of schedule or however the fuck, whatever the fuck like the variations is.
It's based off how your ass did that season. If you're a city ass squad, you're gonna get at least first three picks.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. And the NBA is supposed to be like that but at the same time, and this is what I'm saying. Theoretically, it's supposed to be. Whereas though we can't like keep we can't keep rewarding bad teams for getting for rewarding bad teams and giving them the number one pick automatically just because they are playing a shitty. I mean, they're literally being a shitty person. I mean, a shitty team. So what they're supposed to be doing, and like this is why I'm saying it's theoretically. It's supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying, basically like how we used to do in high school or it's basically supposed to be like a raffle, whereas though the team with the shittiest record gets the most names put into the bucket. And then you have the biggest chance to be selected for the number one pick, theoretically speaking. However, we can tell like this shit isn't necessarily like that because it seems like when the Pelicans was sold for that first year, you know what I'm saying, like Anthony Davis, or they got the number one pick. I'm sorry, when the Pelicans went from being owned by the NBA to actually being sold to a franchise, they got the number one pick. When the Wizards owner died, Abe Poland died, you know what I'm saying, we ended up getting the number one pick. When the Cavs, after the Cavs lost LeBron, like they ended up getting the number one pick. And like different things and different circumstances like that have happened, but it just seems weird that it happens like that. But I don't know how to change the shit. Me personally, I don't know how you change it if you know what I'm saying, like right now, you theoretically on paper, everybody's supposed to have like a different chance or a number of chances to get the number one seed. I don't know how you change it because otherwise, like I said, you're gonna have Bama's in the NBA tanking and literally just having the number one seed year after year to build a team, and then not necessarily have to pay the Bama's until like literally not have to pay anybody until 3 or 4 years down the road. So I don't know how you change it. But to Marcus's question, I think, of course, we know the Warriors came up the easiest. I think with the number 1 pick, if I am Minnesota, I am split. I'm truly split on like who I pick. Do I pick Anthony Edwards, who is a freak of nature, who's a beast at the 2, but at the same time, I just drafted Jared Culver from Texas Tech last year, who's necessarily saying he's a dog, but he's a legit player at the 2. Do I get LaMelo Ball and pair him with D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns? You know what I'm saying? Like that is a good question. But I think the and this is just me, my initial take. I think the Warriors end up selecting the big man. I don't think they even go for if Anthony Edwards is there. I don't think they go for any other the high flying people. I think they go for Wiseman, or I think they go for the other Bama from USC. Because if I'm thinking about it, and this just might be my perception, but like some of their most formidable years or some of their best years happened even before, you know what I'm saying, like Kevin Durant was when they had David Lee at the 4, and they had like somebody that could actually play the 4 and allow, you know what I'm saying, Draymond to play whatever position he wanted to play. But you had somebody at the 4 that could stretch the floor, but at the same time run the floor and run up and down with them niggas. So if you got James Wiseman, the ability to be young and athletic and allowed to just flourish at, you know what I'm saying, playing offense for real, like I think you got to go with him, or the young dude, like I said, from USC, I forgot his name, number 21. But like it's hard not to go with them as opposed to like trying to grab Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball or whatever at the 2 from with the number 2 pick.
Yeah, I mean,
man, where y'all at?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a good point. I think with the whole James Wiseman, I think because I'm thinking about it, it's like I don't see LaMelo Ball fit in that offense if they're gonna keep Draymond, because Draymond he can only be at his best if he's running the offense. You know what I'm saying? And LaMelo's a true point guard. He can score, but he can distribute like shit. So the only way they draft LaMelo, they gotta let Draymond go, because it just ain't gonna work for Draymond at all. But I think it will work in the backcourt with LaMelo being a distributor and just letting Steph just go the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I think that should have worked. I think LaMelo will find Clay. He'll find everybody just like Draymond was doing. I think James Wiseman, I feel like James Wiseman's best fit, though, honestly, is in Golden State, you know, if they was to keep Draymond. And like you said, to be just this a young athletic dude, just bring energy, hit his little mid-range shots, you know what I'm saying? I think, I guess with the first pick with Minnesota, I don't think LaMelo will fit in with them either, because they got D'Angelo Hall. They got, D'Angelo Hall. D'Angelo Russell. They got Culver. But James Wiseman can go to Minnesota too, and they can have like some twin towers between him and what's his name. Now that should be crazy. So if I'm Minnesota, I might take James Wiseman with the first pick for real. I feel like him and Karl Anthony Towns next to each other with a young D'Angelo Russell and the other dude with Culver. I think that's a nice little young core right there, you know. And
where you at, Randall?
Charlotte got the third pick, right?
Who?
I think Edwards is the best player in the draft.
Yeah. I think so too.
I like LaMelo the most. I gotta look more into Edwards more. I like LaMelo. I think he's. I can't. I don't know if I want to say he's better than Lonzo. Offensively, he is. Offensively, he at the same age. You said what?
At the same time, like goofy with it.
I don't know. LaMelo nice though. He got handles. He can pass. He got moves.
He's like goofy with it, and he's like real. Like, he could be crafty, but at the same time, like niggas are gonna like go at him because he's just so goofy with it.
Yeah.
You talking about his appearance, or you talking about the way he played?
The way he played.
I don't know. I guess I gotta look. I know that never crossed my mind, but I guess I'll look at it. I'll look again.
He can get buckets, but I'm saying like niggas are going to try to like put a forearm.
Yeah, the same way they try to do with Lonzo, and then I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Melo. I feel like Melo might be a better player than Lonzo, but I still feel like they had the same defensive mentality. Whereas though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they are transcendent.
I think creating and passing, Lonzo is way ahead of than Melo.
Yeah. That did you see the Detroit trying? Yeah, Melo's a better shooter. Did you see Detroit's trying to pair them up? Melo and Lonzo. They're trying to get a trade together to get Lonzo to Detroit and then draft Melo.
About that shit about LA.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't gonna happen. LeVar must be right behind that shit. Yeah. Trying to pull the strings or something. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see New Orleans getting rid of him. I don't see them trading him because he's a pure point guard. I don't, and he can play defense. I don't see teams really giving up on niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Pure point guards who play defense.
Especially when it allows Drew Holiday to be interchangeable. Where it allows, you know what I'm saying? Like, it allows Drew to play whoever the best defender is. I mean, whoever the best offensive player is, and then like Melo takes the second best offensive player. Like, not to say Melo is a shitty defender. I mean, Lonzo. I'm sorry, not to say Lonzo is a shitty defender, but it allows Drew to play whoever the best wing offensive player is, and then Lonzo to play whoever the second best is. So yeah.
How the hell did Golden State get the fucking?
Yeah.
You think niggas is hating on their dad, though?
Yeah. Without question.
No question.
It was new territory. I think it was remotely new territory. Like, so we had Serena and we had Venus and like their dad coming out and being supremely outspoken about, like, you know what I'm saying, their talents and their gifts. But like, actually, like, to do that shit in a team sport. Like, tennis is an individual sport. Tennis is an individual sport, but basketball is a team sport. Whereas though them niggas, I mean, like, that father was coming out and was saying like, my son's better than Jordan. I'm better than Jordan, and saying shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, you instilling confidence in your child and you doing everything that you're supposed to do for your child, but this shit is unprecedented. So I think people like that narrative.
That nigga was trolling. He knew what he was doing.
Yep.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
You think it was because maybe he was comparing him to Jordan and shit? I think it was just a comparison.
Overall, LeVar Ball's overall delivery. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole shit is just trash. In your face. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Of course, that's going to, you know, stir controversy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then also, as you add to it, like, you know what I'm saying, it took some of the spot, like granted, it allowed the kids to play ball and allowed the kids to, you know what I'm saying, just focus on kind of sort of focus on the court. But at the same time, like, literally, you know what I'm saying, you have a father coming to these different interviews with a fucking baggy ass t-shirt or fucking baggy ass J's on and all these other types of shit. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, he was coming to the table with a suit and tie on and presenting himself like, oh, my sons will be the next greatest since sliced bread. It was all boisterous and everything like that. And once again, there's nothing wrong with what he did, but, you know what I'm saying, it was just different and it was unprecedented for how people were able to perceive them and how people were able to look at them.
Do you think it's because he was black, though?
Of course. You think otherwise?
No. Not at all. Not at all. That was my question. That's my question. Because the white motherfuckers came out this joint wearing some stupid shit or whatever the fuck. So this guy's the next. My son's the next Larry Bird or whatever the fuck. Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
Is Peyton Manning's son any damn good? Or not Peyton Manning? You know they got another Manning that's coming up.
Do they?
Forgot.
Yeah.
I need a video.
Another one.
There's
another one.
The older brother's son.
Cooper's son. Cooper.
Yeah.
Cooper's son? Okay.
Is it another quarterback?
Is he like another quarterback?
Oh, God.
Man, you know Cooper was gonna make sure his son was gonna be nice because his brother's getting all the shine. You know what I'm saying? So I know Cooper, fuck this, my son gonna be a beast. You know what I'm saying?
The craziest part is, didn't they say Cooper was nice with it too?
He was.
Yeah, he was good. I think but he played basketball too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think Eli play basketball or some shit like that.
You see the video when they were playing each other? It was talking shit. It was like it was so dry.
I'm gonna outscore you. No, I'm gonna outscore
Hey,
you.
them niggas is both of them. Like I think people forget that shit. Both them niggas like 6'5".
Yeah.
They're not doing shit. I don't know. This motherfucker, Cooper's son, better come out here balling, dog. Because Eli was a fucking bum. I don't care what nobody said. He's a fucking bum. He does have a Super Bowl ring. It's like, come on, dog. He's a fucking bum. The only reason why he got a ring is because of the defense that he has. Michael Strahan and them niggas was over there trying wrecking shit. They were wrecking shit at that fucking time.
Hey, real quick.
Wow.
I want y'all to know, this nigga Matt called me on Sunday trying to stir up some shit. Like literally trying to stir up some shit. The nigga called me and say, the first thing he called me and say, so you mean to tell me Sweet 130 wouldn't give y'all the business if we played at basketball back in college?
Didn't we do that already? Didn't we do that?
Exactly. But let me finish. Let me finish and let me keep going. So you know what I'm saying? Like they used to call me Logo. Like as soon as I crossed over half court, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to shoot that bitch and y'all used to make sure y'all had to check me and shit. And I was like, all right.
Who?
Matt. This is Matt. And he kept going. He kept going.
Who did check you? Who?
Listen, he continued to go, right? And then so I let him go. I let him continue his point and continue to talk and shit. And so then he was like, yeah, man, like we would dog y'all top to bottom. I was like, all right, Matt, like let's be real about this. Like you really want to have this conversation? He was like, yeah. He was like, who's gonna check Tom? And I was like, Corey. Like, and he was like, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with everybody. And he was like, who's gonna check Corey? I mean, who's gonna check Tom? I was like, Corey. And he was like, Corey. Corey's not athletic enough to check Tom. I was like, Corey enough to check Tom? Listen. I was like, Corey's not athletic enough to check Tom? He was like, no. I was like, Tom. Like, and Tom has a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking
right.
I was like, I'm not taking anything away from
the last time we played.
Listen. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I was like, and I don't want to Corey, don't take this wrong. I was like, if Corey and Tom play 1-on-1, Tom would probably win 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times without one-on-one. Listen,
I'm gonna take that wrong. Go ahead.
Listen. But at the same time, if we're playing a 5-on-5 basketball game, it's different. It's different levels to it. So whereas though, you know what I'm saying, Corey has help side defense. Corey is a defensive player. Like as we're talking about,
Tom think he a shooter too, so he gonna shoot about the game. Tom think he a shooter, so
exactly. So even as he was like
not a shooter. Tom, you're not a shooter.
He said Corey. He said. So you think Corey is more athletic than Tom? I was like, hands down. Corey is way more athletic than Tom. Like, and this is actually where we stopped the conversation because he didn't agree. I was like, Corey is more athletic than Tom. Corey played defense his whole fucking life in football. Don't get me wrong.
Thank you.
And it's a whole different basketball.
And I will hack the shit out your ass.
I was like, yes, it's a whole different game playing defense in football and defense in basketball. But at the same time, Corey's job and Corey's mentality is, I'm going to stop you. Like, regardless of whatever the fuck, like, I'm going to stop you. He was like, all right, so who's the most athletic out of the group? I was like, athletic out of the group? Are you forgetting about Marcus and everything? Like, I mean, are you including Marcus, everybody? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, so the most athletic. Huh? Yeah. So then I said, honestly, I think Marcus might be the second most athletic. And he was like, Marcus? I was like, yeah.
I would agree with that.
No, athletic?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
I would agree with that. Put at least 2 About 3-4 y'all niggas above me.
Look, I'm not running up and down the court, dog. I'm not running up and down the court. I'm like, dog, as long as I got Alex and Marcus on this motherfucker, I'm not running up and down the court, dog. I know Alex is trying to run out the gym.
So that yeah, I said that I said me. I ain't gonna lie. I said me. I would be probably the first.
You got to.
And then he said, so who was second? I said maybe Marcus. And then he was like, nah, Phil is more athletic. And then he was like, who would be third? And I was like, Randall probably, like, depending on I was like, Randall is sneaky athletic. Don't get me wrong. Randall is athletic. Like y'all might sneak on Randall. Huh?
I was gonna say Randall number, but I don't know. We got different types of athleticism, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll put it like that.
It depends on what's on the line. It depends on what's on the line.
Mind you, so even as we're talking about this, like we're talking about like R5. We're talking about R5 and we're categorizing R5 of the 10 of who's the most or the second most and third most. We're not even talking about them.
I know I'm last.
They are trash. They are trash. If you want to hoop, they are trash. They're in the trash.
The garbage.
But
we already crushed him.
That's what he was talking about. Now,
there was no conversation after we tried to talk some fake shit, but like there was no conversation.
Yeah, that's where I got, and that's why I said that on the group chat, and I was like,
some shit. Tom was laughing, the other niggas was silent. They trash.
Yeah. That's why I said that shit in the group chat, and I was like, Matt trying to start up some shit, because that's what he called me on. He called me to ask me about who was the most athletic and some more shit, and I was like, dog, Matt, like, what you doing here?
Matt was on that part of Jack Daniels.
Probably.
Or Blue
Blood.
And then he told me, he was like, yeah, man, don't he was like, I don't even want you to put it in the group chat right now. I want you to I need y'all to talk on camera. It's like, nigga,
Matt is funny because he called me too. So you trying to he really
That's why he called me too of some other shit, bro. Oh man. They got this man out here. He's not even supposed to be part of the beat. He's not supposed to be part of the beat. What the fuck?
That nigga's hilarious.
Add it to your war, yo.
Oh Lord.
Hilarious.
Lord Jesus.
And I'm on tape. And we can put the real back on it for real. We can put the real
That's funny as shit.
That's exactly what I said. I say, dog, this nigga, you making it seem like this nigga Randall is a slouch. This nigga Randall is like, if Randall is about it, like, granted, there'll be some days when like this nigga Randall, like, man, fuck
what
it.
was that game you watched me and Phil play when I put the bread down?
I don't know what it was, but yeah.
I was cooking. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You put the bread down.
I don't understand this. I don't understand this animosity. Like we ain't never balled out this joint. I don't understand this shit. I think I want to talk shit to them. I don't understand this shit. I'm gonna call them out directly, and then we can go from there. And especially with Alex on the squad, dog. Because I don't have no problem. I don't have no problems because I ain't never seen nobody try to jump out the motherfucking gym like Alex, dog. I don't understand this shit. This nigga running up and down this nigga Alex swear he with the NBA and some shit. He running up and goddamn down the court, dog. I swear to God. I don't understand this shit. I don't have no problems. I know this nigga's gonna be on the boards. I know this nigga's gonna be on some steel.
I thought our team was nice though. That one game we had though, the little 5-on-5. I thought our squad was all right. Like I thought we was going to destroy them niggas. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think we won 2 out of 3, right? We won 2 out of 3. Yeah. I think they did beat us once. But I thought we was going to annihilate. When I looked at that, who else was on? It was us. It was
But they had Tank.
us 4, right?
Tank was getting buckets a little bit, and like who they got buckets now? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
It was us 4 and Brian, right? No, Corey, was you on our team?
Yeah, I was on your squad.
So it was us 4 and Brian, right? So that was the 5.
Yeah. I was.
Oh, Paul was on our team.
but
Yeah.
I
I
was
think
down the road though. I get my little 2, 3, 4. I give you 7 points. I give you 7, 6, 7, 8 points.
Hey, didn't Corey tap out?
He did.
Hmm?
I think he did.
Who tapped out?
He was a little tired. He was a little tired.
The fourth
Oh yeah,
game.
he did sit out a game. About one.
The last game was like, all right, dog. I was like, all right, dog. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. I give you 2 games. 2 games. That's it. We ain't running no motherfucking NBA playoffs out this joint. We ain't gotta run game 5 out this.
I don't think I got hooped that hard since then. I don't think I have. I don't think I probably had like a real competitive game like that since then.
Yeah, man. It has been a long time since I was running the court like that, dog. Fucking high school, maybe even before then, dog.
We was chilling though, but they talking about bread. Like I'm going at your head.
You ain't talking about shit. I'll go out here and take a heart attack. I'll go out here and take a heart attack if y'all want to do some motherfucking money out here. Dog.
Did you say you'll catch a heart attack?
Yeah, dog. Straight up. I'll run up and down this joint, dog. Y'all not about to embarrass me, these little young niggas. Fuck out of here.
A bacon and heart attack.
And fuck yeah. A couple of niggas them niggas, the other niggas that weren't even talking shit. They didn't even want to say nothing because they know what's
right. They was quiet. They was like,
come on, dog.
They didn't say shit. They didn't say shit.
Corey got bacon juice dripping at the fucking 3-point line.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I don't even understand that. I don't even understand. I do not understand the animosity. Now I do understand the animosity. I'm thinking because of the game we had that they lost a couple of times. What was it? 2-3, like you said, 3-1.
Graf got delusions.
2-1 or whatever the fuck. The graph out here is soft because he got his ass tossed up out this joint. Fuck out of here. He ain't never said no shit when we was back at Bowie Stadium and shit like that. He got that ass tossed up when we went to Virginia, nigga. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. He's still salty over that shit. Fuck out of here, nigga.
You sending this video over.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, you started this shit. Just so you know, Matt, you did this shit.
He started too, though, talking all that shit like he tough.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas ain't hooping out here, dog. Fuck out of here. And I know y'all don't want to play no motherfucking football, no tackle football. I know y'all don't want to do that shit. I know y'all want to do that
too old.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that nigga Corey still got pants in his fucking.
Nigga, I'm still living that life. I will live that life. I will live that life. I wish they would.
Football.
I wish they would.
You gotta go to work.
Come out this trying like
go to work. Man.
Ray, yeah. No niggas gotta go to work. I come out this trying like Ray.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I'm trying to tell you that nigga Corey got pants in his locker, dog. I mean, pants in his
I will really relive that life, dog.
All right, Corey.
That basketball shit, I don't understand. I don't understand the animosity, dog. It's not like it was close.
See them on the court, and we will see y'all next time on Overtime. Peace.